It's the NFL Divisional Playoffs. It's Westwood 1.
We welcome you to Ford Field for Game 2 of our NFL Divisional Playoff doubleheader. As the top seed in the NFC, the Detroit Lions host the Washington Commanders. Tonight's NFC Divisional Playoff game is presented by Intuit TurboTax. Hi, everybody. I'm Kevin Kugler along with Mike Mayock and our sideline reporter, Laura Oakman. Laura will join us shortly from downstairs, as will Scott Graham from our Westwood 1 studios. Earlier in Game 1 today, the Chiefs continue to roll on. The 7th straight AFC Championship game will host the Chiefs as they beat the Texans 23-14. More on that later, but now it's time. Commanders and the Lions. And, Mike, we look out on this field right now. It is dark with lights flashing throughout the stands. This city is ready, but on the field is a flag that says, "We want more." They made it to the NFC title game a year ago after a 31-season drought, but the whole mission this year has been to get one game beyond that.
You know, Kev, when I look at this offense, I think it's the closest thing I've seen to the old Greatest Show on Turf. And that was the Marshall Faulk, Kurt Warner, Dick Vermeil teams. And if you look at their offense, it's very similar. They score 33 points a game, and they're balanced. They can run, they can throw. They got a great offensive line, but the pressure is on. NFC Championship loss a year ago. They're up 24-7 at half. So as much as they're rolling at 15-2, and they're rolling, they're having fun, there's some internal pressure there. They're one of 4 teams to never play in a Super Bowl, and trust me, they're trying to end that this year.
Well, Washington's a franchise that's been to a Super Bowl, but they haven't been to an NFC Championship game in 32 years, almost the same length of time as the Detroit Lions, who got there last year. If they're able to get there this year, as the fireworks go off in the background and the Lions take the field, it'll be because they're led by a rookie quarterback.
You don't go from 4 wins to 12 wins without making some changes, and they've got 7 or 8 free agents that start. They did a great job in the draft, but if you don't have that dynamic quarterback, you're not going anywhere. And Jaden Daniels is that guy. Jaden Daniels is the whole difference in this team. They drafted well, they signed free agency well, but this kid is special. He's different. I think he's every bit as good as Lamar Jackson was, if not better, when he came out.
Well, they average more points per game than any team in NFL history with a rookie as their leading passer. Let's welcome in our sideline reporter for tonight, Laura Oakman. This trip down to the field is sponsored by Prize Picks. Don't miss out on the football action with Prize Picks, the best place to win cash while watching the playoffs. Download Prize Picks and use code PRIMETIME and get a $50 credit instantly when you play $5. Must be present in certain states where it's lawful to wager. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details. Hello in the noise, Laura.
Hi, Kevin. Call it bold, call it aggressive, call it chutzpah. Dan Campbell and Dan Quinn have it, and we're going to see it tonight. Commanders went for it on 4th down 5 times versus Tampa, and that party will continue for both Dans. I asked Dan Quinn, when did you get so aggressive? You weren't in Atlanta. He said in Dallas, be you was a message he kept telling himself, knowing if I did that, I could be okay with the results. So that was the moment Quinn's F-it mentality was born. Yes, I'm cleaning that up. The evolution, he said, it started as F-it. Let's see what happens. Turned into, I'm going to try it, which turned into F-it, I'm all in. The glue he gave us, the backwards hat. 8-year-old DQ started rocking it in the 80s, but that lid didn't flip professionally until Dallas. And then for the first time as a head coach in Washington, because, quote, this is the most myself I've been. Hat firmly flipped tonight, all in, all dance. Kevin, this is going to be fun. Did you hear anything I said just now?
Not a word, Laura, but I assume you're down there because there's so much noise here. Things are happening. Football is coming. We're working our way towards kickoff between the Detroit Lions and the Washington Commanders. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood 1.
It's playoff time. It is now or never. Do not miss out on the last few weeks of football action with Prize Picks, the best place to win cash while watching the playoffs. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. The app is so simple to use. Pick 2 or more players across any sport, pick more or less on their projection, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money. Prize Picks now accepts major credit cards for quick and easy deposits into your account this sports sports season. Join PrizePicks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app, available to play in more than 40-plus states, including California and Texas. Download the PrizePicks app today and use the code PRIMETIME and get a $50 credit instantly when you play $5. That is code PRIMETIME on PrizePicks. To get a $50 credit instantly when you play $5, you don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It is guaranteed. PrizePicks, run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Welcome back to the NFL playoffs on Westwood One. It's time for another memorable moment in football history. Sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless.
Andre Ware is the quarterback, and here's the pass play overthrown and intercepted. Down to the 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Darrell Green, a 32-yard touchdown run after the interception thrown by Andre Ware. Green for the touchdown. Boy, was he running, Hank. Was he flying.
He's not the fastest guy in the National Football League by accident. Looked like he had wings on that last interception.
The classic pairing of Jack Buck and Hank Stram here on the network, January 1992, the NFC Championship game at RFK Stadium. Future Hall of Famer Darrell Green's pick six capped the scoring as Washington defeated Detroit 41-10 to advance to Super Bowl 26. It's one of just 3 previous postseason meetings between these two franchises in a head-to-head series that dates back to 1932, and all 3 coming into tonight have been won by the team wearing burgundy and gold. That's our memorable moment in football history, sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Need more data so you can stream your jam mix on loop? Switch to Straight Talk and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk, available at Walmart or straighttalk.com. Other stars on that 1992 day, by the way, Gerald Riggs, a pair of touchdown runs, Mark Rippon, a pair of touchdown passes, and the man leading that team, Joe Gibbs, is in the building here in Detroit tonight. 2 weeks later, of course, Washington would defeat Buffalo at the Metrodome in Minneapolis to win the Lombardi Trophy. The opening kickoff between these Lions and those Commanders is coming up. This is Westwood One's coverage of the NFL playoffs.
I mean, I could talk forever. Skip to the gab, baby.
This is Mad Dog Sports Radio, featuring the one and only Christopher Mad Dog Russo.
Can you imagine if that kind of thing happened today? I'd be screaming for months.
He's loud.
They won championships.
He's passionate.
Ratings, advertising, it's all a cesspool. You're not going to change it.
And he's talking football with you.
That's a football team.
It's Mad Dog Unleashed.
Anybody you ask knows I'm 100% right.
Weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern on Mad Dog Sports Radio, channel
82.
Catch the best basketball coverage on Sirius XM NBA Radio, channel 86.
Jaylen Brown drives, bounce pass to the corner. Tatum drives baseline, strong two-hand play.
Every day we bring you the latest headlines, expert analysis, and exclusive interviews with the players, coaches, and legends of the game.
We're now joined by best Laker of all time. It's Magic Johnson.
Nick Nurse, head coach of the Philadelphia 76ers, joins us.
Plus, catch live play-by-play action you won't hear anywhere else. Tune in on NBA Radio, channel 86, or the Sirius XM app.
Basketball season is heating up on NBA Radio.
This is a clinic by LeBron.
We break down the latest news every day.
Overrated? Do you watch the guy play? He's unstoppable.
And bring you the best games every night.
Right corner Mitchell, 3-ball, bullseye!
And in just a few weeks, hear wall-to-wall coverage of 2025 All-Star Weekend in San Francisco. Only on Sirius XM NBA Radio, channel 86 in the car, and the Sirius XM app.
I'm going to win the Royal Rumble.
Busted Open is hitting the road for coverage of the 2025 Royal Rumble. Live from Indianapolis. Join Dave LaGreca as he previews this big event and sits down with the top stars in the WWE.
Royal Rumble, you're next on the list.
The road to WrestleMania starts at the Royal Rumble, and Busted Open will be there live for it all. Only on Sirius XM Fight Nation, channel 156, and the Sirius XM app.
Back in Detroit, closing in on kickoff between the Commanders and the Lions with Mike Mayock and Laura Oakman. I'm Kevin Kugler. Washington wins the toss. They elect to defer, And with that in mind, it's time now for Mike Mayock's Keys to the Game, sponsored by T-Mobile. If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. Get the savings you want on America's largest 5G network. Visit T-Mobile.com/choice55 and start saving today. What do you see for Washington?
They got to slow it down, muddy it like they did last week. They had 8 possessions, no punts, no turnovers. They had 5 drives where they had the ball for 10 or more plays. Keep Jared Goff on the sideline like you did with Baker Mayfield a week ago.
Let's talk Detroit then. Where do you see the Lions as they try to get back to the NFC title game?
Just be who you are. You're the better football team. You have more talent. You're 15-2 for a reason. Run the ball, set up play action. But, Kevin, most importantly, you can't lose the turnover battle. You start putting the ball on the ground, throwing interceptions, it's a completely different conversation.
Zane Gonzalez ready to kick it off. Washington winning the toss, electing to defer. Khalif Raymond, Craig Reynolds, back deep for Detroit. Detroit in the Honolulu blue tops and bottoms with the white numerals on front and back. The silver helmets with the Blue Lions logo. The Commanders, tops in white, bottoms in burgundy. Gold lettering on the sides of those burgundy helmets with burgundy numerals on the front and back of those white jerseys. The NFC Divisional Playoff in Detroit between Washington and Detroit is about to get underway. Gonzalez approaching the football, drives his right leg through, and here we go. The kickoff on the sideline, and it'll bounce and go out of bounds. Now the plan with Washington, they want the returns. They don't want this.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team, number 47. The ball will be placed at the 40-yard line. First down, Detroit.
Washington has forced 73 kick returns, which is by far the most in the league. They want you to earn it, and they've forced 4 fumbles. So they've made some progress with what they do, but that's exactly what you can't do. Why? Instead of the ball on the 30, minus 40-yard line for the best offensive team in football.
564 points scored this year by the Lions, 4th most all time. Laporta will motion to the line, 2 tight ends to the right. David Montgomery back in the backfield, and Montgomery gets the first carry since tearing his MCL in his right knee December 15th, and he nudges it forward for 2. And a pickup of 2 brings us to 2nd and 8.
Find it really interesting that after the run Jahmyr Gibbs has been on since Montgomery went down with the injury, that they start Montgomery. I mean, Gibbs has been averaging 125 yards a game. It shows you how much they love Montgomery as a tone setter.
2nd down and 8 at the 42, moving from our left to our right. The handoff is Montgomery, and he's blasted in the backfield by Dante Fowler. Drops him for a loss. Back to the 37-yard line, unblocked into the backfield for the 9th-year man from Florida.
Yeah, the backup right guard, Christian Mahogany, 6th-round pick out of Boston College. He pulled out, and Dante Fowler came flying across the line of scrimmage. Mahogany didn't get there in time, and he lit up Montgomery.
3rd down and 13 from the 37. Shotgun snap to Jared Goff. 4-man rush. Goff will throw over the middle, and it's missed by Tim Patrick at midfield. He was looking over to his left. Patrick was open. The ball went through his hands, and it's 4th down.
The ball was on the wrong shoulder. Patrick was coming across from his right to his left, expecting the ball in front of him. The ball was delivered behind him, but Kev, it was still catchable.
So Washington gets exactly what they want out of that short kickoff that goes out of bounds.
3 and out.
And now Jack Fox will kick it away. Ranging to his left is Jamison Crowder, and it'll go out of bounds before Crowder can get there. So Fox's punt sails out of bounds. They'll run up the sideline, still marking, and out at the 20-yard line. And that's where Washington starts 1st down and 10. Along with Mike Mayock and Laura Oakman, I'm Kevin Kugler here on Westwood One. You're listening to the NFL Divisional Playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax. Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders offense coming out 1st and 10 at the 20. It's Brandon Coleman, Nick Allegretti, Tyler Biotish, Sam Cosmi, and Andrew Wiley from left to right along the line. Zach Ertz, the tight end, Terry McLaurin, De'Ami Brown, and Luke McCaffrey, the wideouts. Brian Robinson, the running back, and the rookie Jaden Daniels in his 2nd playoff start. Goes to work in the shotgun on the left hash. He'll motion Robinson out of the backfield to the left. Emptying it out on 1st down. Daniels gets the shotgun snap. The Lions rush 4. He'll throw. Zach Ertz with the catch at the 25-yard line. He stood up exactly there A pickup of 6. Jack Campbell on the tackle, and let's set the defense for the Lions with Josh Paschal, Zadarius Smith, DJ Reader, and Levi Onwuzurike along the line. Washington will hurry up. We'll set the rest in a moment. On 2nd down and 5 at the 25-yard line. On the left hash, shotgun snap. Daniels will throw to the right side. A screen to McLaurin, who's got a first down across the 30. And Terry McLaurin to the 32-yard line.
Oh, no.
And now there's an injured player, and it is McLaurin.
It's Amik
Robertson, who is down on the field. Looked like he had a little friendly fire. Kirby Joseph may have run into Amik Robertson. And a continuing theme for Detroit. This injury-riddled defense can ill afford to lose Amik Robertson tonight. While they tend to him, we'll step aside. 13-10 remaining in quarter number 1. No score. This is Westwood One's coverage of the NFL playoffs.
It's soccer's most thrilling league.
Only the Premier League can make you feel like this.
And now every match is on the SiriusXM app.
Can you believe it?
From the title race.
This is remarkable. Keeps this title charge on track, surely.
To the relegation fight.
The impossible may still be possible.
Hear every English Premier League match on the SiriusXM app and talk about all the EPL drama on SiriusXM FC 157 and the SiriusXM app.
Daytona is so unique. We have a expectation of what we expect of ourselves.
The great American race is underway.
Awesome. We want to win that race so bad.
I know how heartbreaking that place can be.
The entire pack is collected.
I know how amazing that place can be.
Are you kidding me?
I'm ready to go.
We know what we're capable of.
Daytona is coming. The Daytona 500, Sunday, February 16th at 1:30 p.m. Eastern.
Sirius XM NASCAR Radio, Channel 9.
And on the SiriusXM app.
It's the NFL Playoff Divisional Round on SiriusXM. Tomorrow at 3 Eastern, the Rams visit Saquon Barkley and the Eagles.
He's going to go again. Touchdown, Saquon Barkley.
Then at 6:30 Eastern, Lamar Jackson's Ravens visit Josh Allen and the Bills.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
Find your game at SiriusXM.com/NFL schedule or search for the teams on the SiriusXM app. And after the games, get instant analysis on NFL Radio, Channel 88.
The College Football Playoff National Championship is here, and SiriusXM College Sports Radio brings you closer to the game.
He caught it!
All weekend long, SiriusXM Channel 84 is your home for wall-to-wall coverage of Notre Dame versus Ohio State.
Got it to the 4 and into the end zone.
Hear expert analysis, exclusive interviews, and updates live from Atlanta. We've got everything a college football fan needs. Listen exclusively on College Sports Radio, Channel 84, and stream anytime on the SiriusXM app.
Amik Robertson up, but helped immediately to the locker room. Athletic training staff holding each arm, but it looked, Mike, like they were favoring the hold of that left arm or left shoulder, and it was friendly fire from Jack Campbell, who came across and clipped Robertson trying to make the play.
Yeah, and he was just hustling to the football, which all 11 Lions do on every snap.
First out and 10 at the 32-yard line as Washington goes back to work. Shotgun snap, Daniels looks, throws, the swing out of the backfield, and looking upfield for a little bit of running room is De'Ami Brown. And Brown up the sideline to the 39-yard line, a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Yeah, last week, De'Ami Brown had 5 catches for 89 and a touchdown, and I really thought that was huge for them because outside of McLaurin, they haven't had much of a presence outside.
2 receivers wide to the right, single receiver left. In the shotgun, with Jeremy McNichols in the backfield is Jaden Daniels. He'll creep up to the line, now backpedals along the left hash. Awaiting the shotgun snap, he stomps his left foot. It comes in letter high. Backpedals and throws to the right side. Low throw, but it is caught. McNichols out of the backfield, breaks a tackle. Now this Austin Eckler. Eckler breaks a tackle, sheds a second across the 40 and down to the 37-yard line. So Eckler with his first catch of the night and a pickup on the play of 24.
The perimeter quick pass game has been outstanding. Eckler just checked, hit a defensive end on his way to the flat, was wide open. Eckler averages 6.5 yards every time he touches the football. I played against him when I was with the Raiders, and he can run and he can catch.
And the handoff to McNichols on first down, trying the left side, and there's not much there from the 37 to the 36, maybe a yard as Jack Campbell makes the tackle along with Brian Branch for the Lions. Kevin Kugler and Mike Mayock here in the Grainger broadcast booth in Detroit. Laura Oakman's down on the sidelines at work. Every day is game day. Give your crew an edge with Grainger. You'll find supplies and solutions for every industry when you call. Click Grainger.com or just stop by. No score. Commanders on the move. 2nd and 9 at the Lions 36. Eckler to the left of Daniels in the shotgun. Play fake. Daniels sits in the pocket. Now rolls right and throws this one away. Over the head of Eckler, who was well covered by Jack Campbell. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 9 for Washington.
Really good contain that time by Al-Quadin Muhammad. Another one of those guys they picked up this year because of injuries. But right now there is so much noise in this building. This is a rookie quarterback. They're a no-huddle tempo team. Communications is key. I can't even hear myself up here, and he's using hand signals. He's yelling. This kid is really composed.
3rd down and 9 at the 36. Movement up front, and flags fly. The play stops before it starts. Officials onto the field waving this play dead. It looked like Detroit into the neutral zone early, and they stopped the play.
False start. Offense number 63. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
But it was Tyler Biotish, the center, with the false start. Once again, let's go down to Laura Oakman on the sidelines.
Just a quick injury update for you. We saw Amir Robertson being helped in. It is an elbow injury, is what the Lions say. His return is questionable.
Well, the way, Laura, they were holding Amik Robertson's left arm, you had to assume it was shoulder or elbow, and it is elbow. Return questionable. He is still in the locker room. Commanders will substitute. Now the officials are going to come in and, I believe, check the spot of this football.
So, Kev, an important snap right there. Like all this noise, what did we talk about, right? Pre-snap. How do you communicate pre-snap? And can this crowd help Detroit's defense get a turnover, get any kind of pre-snap penalties? And that was number 1, setting up a 3rd and 14.
From the 41-yard line. Put the ball close to the 42. They need the 27 for the first. From the shotgun, they bring pressure. Daniels rolls right, throws it short. Jamison Crowder with a catch, breaks a tackle at the 35, up the right sideline to the 30, and he's out of bounds short of the first down at the 28. However, he's only a yard short of the first down. Do we think for a minute that Laura Oakman's philosophy that she talked about at the top of the broadcast won't be in play here?
This happened on the first drive last week for Washington. They had a 4th and 2 around the 20, and they didn't make it, but it did set the tone for the rest of the day.
This is 4th and 1 from the 28. Motion across from Marcus Mariota, who takes the snap, tries to do a little bit of a Washington push, and goes nowhere. Mariota came in motion, took the snap, and Al-Quadin Muhammad penetrates and buries him for a loss of 1.
Mariota's the guy they bring in so that Jaden Daniels doesn't have to take any unnecessary hits. He goes in motion, comes under center. He struggled with the ball. He did not get a clean snap from the center, and that's your backup quarterback not working with Biotish a lot of the week. You've got to. That's just 101, right? A 5-yard penalty and then a bad snap.
10:38 to play in quarter number 1. No score. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
And Doug. Limu wanted me to tell you to customize your car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. He says because we all like to save a buck. No, okay, he said with the extra cash, you can lease a new truck. Wait, he said he went to middle school with geese and ducks? Actually, I think Limu just said squawk.
Only pay for what you need at LibertyMutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Hey, football fans. With BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age and older. This U.S. promotional offer not available in Mississippi, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
That's the sound of your money going further. Because with new McValue at McDonald's, you always get more than you expect. Buy a sausage burrito and add a sausage McMuffin for just $1. Your crew needs fuel before practice? The $5 meal deal is always on time. Late night turn to all night? Get a double cheeseburger and add a McChicken for, just $1. Your money is having a time. New McValue at McDonald's. Get more than you expect. Prices and participation may vary. Valid for item of equal or lesser value.
Time now for our Fact of the Game, sponsored by Liberty Mutual.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Nobody should have to pay for one-size-fits-all insurance coverage. Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance so you only pay for what you need, including the postseason. Jaden Daniels has 13 wins as the starter this season for Washington. That's one shy of Ben Roethlisberger's NFL rookie record for wins. Big Ben won all 13 of his regular season starts for the 2004 Steelers and a divisional round game over the Jets. His run of 14 wins in his first 14 starts ended in the AFC Championship game that year when Pittsburgh lost to the New England Patriots. Detroit Lions get a big stop on 4th down. But Mike Mayock, if you're Detroit, you're a little concerned because Washington moved the ball with relative ease on that drive.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels right now, again, short perimeter pass game. They were 5 for 6 for 56 yards. And if you're Detroit right now, especially with Amik Robertson down, you're really worried about the perimeter of your defense.
As Laura reported, Amik Robertson questionable to return with an elbow injury. Play action for Goff on 1st down. Throws to the right sideline. Catch made at the 49-yard line by Jamison Williams. And out of bounds on the near sideline. A pickup on the play of 20. They're going to mark him at the 48, chased out by Mike Sainristil still. He gave up a yard to come back for the football, but it's still a 1st down.
Yeah, and that's classic Detroit offense. Run the ball, play action. That's a heavy play action fake. And if you're guarding Jamison Williams, you've got to guard against the vertical route. He took him deep and ran a comeback at 20 yards, had at least 3 yards of separation. Good throw by the quarterback.
Rock right in motion from right to left. 3 receivers left of the line. Single wide right is Patrick. The handoff to Jahmyr Gibbs, who bursts through a hole on the right side across midfield and fights his way inside the Washington 40 down to the 37-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs with a burst. Sainristil and Chin catch up with him after a 15-yard pickup on the play.
And again, talk about Detroit Lion football. I've watched so much of their tape. I loved it. It's power run game and then deep pass game.
1st down and 10 at the Washington 37. Goff to throw out of the backfield. Gibbs left sideline wide open at the 30. Down the sideline to the 25. A cut back to the right at the 20 and out of bounds near the Washington 15. Mike Sainristil chasing him out. A pickup of 22 in the Lions in the red zone.
Greatest show on turf. I mean, that's the next Marshall Faulk right there. Run the ball with efficiency, explosive, and then in the pass game might be even better. This kid is really special.
Gibbs alone in the backfield. Goff will go under center. 1st down and 10. The ball just inside the Washington 15. St. Brown motioning to the slot right side. Goff now with backs of the eye, turns and gives to Gibbs. He'll sweep the right side. Gibbs patient, gets to the 10, cuts it back to the 5, and is down to the 4-yard line. Looks like a 9-yard pickup on the play. Penei Sewell providing the lead block to open the door for Gibbs as the Lions are knocking on the door inside the 5.
Yeah, good call. Point of attack was Penei Sewell. 2nd year he's made All-Pro, but Amon-Ra St. Brown wide out, Tim Patrick wide out. Trust me, folks, you don't run the ball the way they do without wideouts blocking on the perimeter.
And now David Montgomery back into the ball game. They stack 2 receivers left, tight end in motion. Laporta from right to left. The handoff to Montgomery, cuts it back to the right and spins down to the 2-yard line. That'll be a 1st down. It was 2nd and half a yard from the 5. It's now 1st and goal Lions at the 2.
You know, I give Dan Campbell a lot of credit. He starts David Montgomery, even though Gibbs has been so good. He brings him in the red zone. He probably get a touchdown because he thinks this guy sets a tone and is a leader for them. They've got a 6th offensive lineman in, Dan Skipper, who plays a lot of football for this team in short yardage and goal line.
He's on the left side of the line. Gibbs back into the backfield, 1st and goal at the 2. The handoff is to Gibbs, going to the left side, and he'll walk in for a Lions touchdown. Times in the regular season, Jahmyr Gibbs rushed for a touchdown. He's got his 1st in the postseason, and the Lions lead at 6-0.
It's just a classic Detroit Lion drive. 6 plays, 71 yards. They did it in 3 minutes. Really to me, this Jahmyr Gibbs makes this whole team go. He had a 15-yard gain, a 22-yard gain, a 9-yard gain before the touchdown, both run and pass.
Extra point from Jake Bates is up and good, and a 7-0 lead for the Detroit Lions. 7:36 remaining in quarter number one. Detroit gets the stop on fourth down. They turn it into a touchdown on the other end. 7-0 Detroit. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
Navy Federal Credit Union can help you dominate debt with a 0% intro APR on credit card balance transfers for 12 months. And right now, you could get $250 when you spend $2,500 using a Cash Rewards or Cash Rewards Plus card. Visit NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Navy Federal is insured by NCUA. After the intro rate expires, variable APRs are 15.15% to 18% based on credit worthiness. Rates are subject to change. ATM fees for cash advances are up to $1 at non-Navy Federal ATMs.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now it's our lowest price of the season on our top-selling i8 smart bed. Your best savings, plus free home delivery with any base. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Getting your guaranteed maximum refund with TaxSlayer feels like discovering a refund tree has grown in your backyard.
I'm the refund tree.
Sawing off its branches.
Hey.
Feeding them through a wood chipper.
My branches! My beautiful branches!
And dancing in its refund rain. Start for free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
7-0 Lions. Let's check Detroit's Drive Summary, sponsored by State Farm. State Farm can help you create an affordable price just for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. 6-play, 71-yard drive, took 3:02 off the clock, capped by the Gibbs 1-yard touchdown run. And Mike Mayock, that was sort of the Jahmyr Gibbs drive.
Yeah, he had 3 runs for 25, a catch for 23, so 4 touches of the 6 plays for 48 yards. And I really do believe he's the little engine that could. I think he's special.
And a 7-0 advantage as Barry Sanders is on the field. Probably seeing a lot of himself in Jahmyr Gibbs. Waving to the crowd. Being recognized here ahead of this divisional playoff game that sees the home team up 7-0 as Jake Bates gets ready to kick this one off. Jeremy McNichols and Luke McCaffrey back deep for Washington. They move from our right to our left in this first quarter. Honolulu blue-clad Detroit Lions move from our left to our right. Pacing back is Jake Bates, former UFL star turned NFL star, all in the course of one long year. Bates' kickoff, a line drive kick. It'll go through the end zone for a touchback. Once again, let's go downstairs to Laura Oakman on the sideline.
Lions defense hasn't touched Jaden Daniels yet, and Jack Campbell told me that was huge early. He said, make him feel us. He said, we got to get it into his mind that we're not going to let him get away with some of the stuff he's been getting away with. He said, shame on some of those defenses he's played because they've been taking it easy on him, letting him go and toe the line. He said, tonight we're going to hit him and remind him, if you're running, you are a running back.
Well, Jack Campbell's not afraid to hit anybody. 125 tackles on the year for the Lions. First down and 10 for Jaden Daniels and the Commanders, down 7-0 from their own 30-yard line. From the shotgun, Daniels awaiting the shotgun snap, fakes the give, he'll keep it himself, runs to the left side, and he's shoved out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Terrion Arnold, who 2 weeks ago looked like he was out for the year, Mike Mayock. Yep. He was carted off the field. Turns out it was a foot contusion, and he's back to work.
Rookie first-round pick out of Alabama. Melifonwu, the safety, really made the play there. That was a planned quarterback keep to the perimeter. Really good job by Melifonwu, who strung it out all the way, and Terrion Arnold pushed him out of bounds.
Pickup of 4, just shy of the 34-yard line. Ertz in motion, slot left. Daniels in the shotgun along the left hash. Fakes the give. Daniels will throw, left side, sliding catch. McLaurin tries to get back up, but he's yanked to the turf of the 45 by Arnold. It'll be a first down, a pickup of 11, and the Commanders move the chains.
Terry McLaurin, 5 consecutive seasons at 1,000-plus yards. they can't give him that much cushion. That's just pitch and catch at that point on about an 8 to 10 yard out.
Had his first career playoff touchdown last week, but this, of course, just his third career playoff game. Shotgun snap. Daniels fakes the give. Now a toss to Eckler going to the left side, and he's dropped it. The 40-yard line by Alex Anzalone. How happy are they to have Anzalone back after the broken arm earlier in the year? He's back, and he throws him for a 4-yard loss.
He missed 7 games, Kev, and in that 7-game span, they had a 4-game span where they were the worst defense in the league by far. He came back week 18 against Minnesota, made a huge difference. He can run, he can play the pass, he can also come downhill against the run.
They gave up over 32 points per game, weeks 14 to 17 without him. Daniels to throw. Quick toss to the outside, and Eckler with a catch. He's dropped at the 45. It's a pickup of 4 on the play. Brian Branch on the tackle, and now 3rd and 10 for Washington.
What's cool about that is we just talked about Anzalone, right? And they went motion with Eckler, and he went with him. What's that tell you? Man to man. And they throw bubble screen. Now Anzalone and his 240 pounds are out there battling bubble screen, and that allowed the defensive back to make the tackle.
3 receivers left, 2 wide right, empty backfield. It's 3rd and 10. On the right hash is Daniels. Looking in for the shotgun snap. A little tap of his left foot. Leans in. It comes in helmet high. Backpedals to throw. Has time. Left side. Throws complete to the 47-yard line. It's caught by Crowder, and that will be a first down. Put it at the 43, rather. A pickup on the play of 12, and they move the chains.
And they're back over the ball. This reminds me so much of the game last week against Tampa Bay. They went for it on 4th and 2. They didn't make it. Same thing on the first possession. And then 3rd down, this quarterback, this rookie quarterback, in front of a hostile environment. This kid's money.
From the 43-yard line of Detroit on first down, handoff to Robinson over the left side, cuts back at the 35, breaks a tackle, and is down inside the 30 at the 29. Good, strong run for Brian Robinson, who found a lane with the cutback to pick up 14.
And they need to be able to run the football. That's one of the things. Last week they committed to the run game, even though it wasn't real effective, because it took time off the clock. And that was a heck of a sweep. Allegretti and Cosme pulled out. Great blocks. Good run by Robinson.
Robinson will motion out. Wide to the right. Emptying the backfield for Daniels on 1st and 10 at the 29. From the shotgun. Gets the snap. Ball tipped into the backfield, and the pass is incomplete. He was trying to swing it to McLaurin, but Zadarius Smith got into the passing lane and spiked it to the turf. The run to the Super Bowl is on, and NFL Network is your home for the most comprehensive playoff coverage anywhere, all the way through Super Bowl 59. NFL Network, one network, all postseason. 2nd down and 10 at the Lions 29. 7-0 Detroit, 4:05 to play in the first quarter. 8th play coming on this drive. 3 receivers right, single wide to the left. Daniels in the shotgun, gets the snap. Looking to the right, throws to the right, down the right sideline, one-on-one coverage as he was trying to hit Olamide Zaccheaus, and he was locked up with great coverage, Mike, from Brian Branch.
Brian Branch, the more tape I watched of this kid, he was a 2nd-round pick in 23 from Alabama. He's played nickel, he's played safety. I think he could play all 5 positions back there. He's intuitive, he's tough. That whole play was set up for the slot to run a fade against man coverage, and Brian Branch was inside his helmet.
And now 3rd and 10 as a result from the 29 of Detroit. 7-0 lead for the Lions. Daniels in the shotgun on 3rd down and 10. Lions bring pressure. Daniels throws over the middle. It is caught and dropped. It was in the hands of De'Ami Brown at the 16-yard line as he tried to pull it into his body. Kindle Vildor on coverage. Brown couldn't hang on. It's 4th down, and on comes the field goal unit for Washington.
And that's the kind of catch he made last week. He had 5 targets, 5 catches, and on 3rd down, at the plus 29-yard line, you cannot drop a football. Great job by Vildor stripping it out, but that's on De'Ami Brown.
47-yard try for Zane Gonzalez. He doinked the game winner last week.
Yes, he certainly did.
Good snap and hold. Gonzalez kick, a line drive kick, and it is good. And Zane Gonzalez gets Washington on the board, and it's a 7-3 Lions lead. A reminder that for every field goal made tonight and throughout the postseason, Barbasol will make a donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House, a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol Shaving Cream, America's #1 shaving cream. Close shave, America. Close shave, Barbasol. 3:50 remaining in the first quarter and a 7-3 lead for Detroit. You're listening to the NFL playoffs on Westwood One.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
Mayday. We've been compromised. The pilot's a hitman.
I knew you were going to be fun.
This Friday. Tell me how to fly this thing.
Mark Wahlberg. You know what the difference between me and you is? You're going to die.
Don't shoot him, we need him! Y'all need a pilot?
Flight Risk. Rated R.
Sponsored by Lionsgate.
My friends swim no matter the season, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can sometimes take me out of the moment. Now, thanks to Skyrizi and clear skin, count me in. With Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clear skin at 4 months.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Along with Mike Mayock and Laura Oakman, I'm Kevin Kugler here on Westwood One. You're listening to the NFL Divisional Playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax. 7-3 advantage for Detroit over Washington. 10-play, 41-yard drive for the Commanders. Ends in a 47-yard field goal. 2 drives, they move the ball in between the 20s, stall both times, and have to settle for 3 on this second drive after failing on 4th and 2 the first drive.
Kev, I look at it more like missed opportunities. You take it all the way down the field, down to the 20-yard line, don't convert 4th and 2, and then you get a drop of 3rd and 10 that would have been converted inside the 20, and you only end up with 3.
Kickoff fielded by Reynolds at the 5, weaves it across the 15 to the 20, across the 25, and there he stood up near the 27-yard line, and that's where Detroit will start first down and 10. One thing that's been impressive, though, has been the play in a very difficult environment of that rookie quarterback, Jaden Daniels.
I spoke with Laura Oakman at length down on the field before the game and just said, hey, soak it in, feel it, let us know what it sounds like down there on the field, because this is the loudest indoor stadium I think I've ever been in, and this is a rookie quarterback who, from up here, certainly looks like he's just having a ball and nothing bothers him.
I would have enjoyed talking to Laura on the field. I couldn't clear it with her people, though, so I'm hoping to have a chance to talk to her another time out.
She's got people.
First down and 10 at the 27. Fake the toss to Gibbs. Goff will throw, checks it short. Laporta with a catch at the 35. Then Laporta yanked down as he gets across the 40 at the 41 by Jeremy Chin. Goff going through his progressions, found his tight end, and picks up 14.
Good way to call that, too, Kev. It was the misdirection toss. Then he went through his progressions from left to right, and you could see the whole Washington zone defense moving with him all the way to the right. And at the last minute, he came back left. Laporta wide open. Great pass protection to afford the time.
Brock Wright lining up at the fullback position with tight end playing fullback with Gibbs, the running back, and Gibbs gets the carry, running to the left side, finds an opening. Now the speed at midfield, cross the 40, down the sideline to the 30, and nudged out of bounds inside the Washington 25. Mike Sainer still. They'll call him out at the 26-yard line. A burst from Gibbs, and the Lions are on the move. He picks up 33.
A rare cutback in the hole. You either have this kind of talent or you don't. He got in the hole, jump cut to his left, outraced everybody to the left sideline. Jeremy Chin just trying to grab cloth, and he's a 4.35 guy. You're not going to catch him, and when he makes that cut, the burner goes on.
Gibbs split out wide to the left of the line. Montgomery in the backfield. Now Gibbs in motion from left to right. Fake the toss. Goff wants to throw to the left side. Backpedals, throws. Over the middle, he finds his tight end, Laporta, who's down at the 20-yard line. A play that took a while to unfold. Goff bought the time, and they pick up 6.
And what I love from Jared Goff is that he didn't force it. Felt some pressure. Second-round pick Johnny Newton ultimately came in there, but he threw a little side arm throw. Looked like Phil Negro coming low on the knuckleball, and threw it under the arms of Johnny Tackle. Took his time and was patient.
Some grumbling on the big screen replay. There was a big hit, and the Lions fans didn't like that. Second down and 4. Here's Montgomery. Montgomery over to the left side. He's going to end up short of the first down by about 1.5 yards. The tackle by Jeremy Chinn and Marshawn Lattimore. It'll bring up 3rd down and short for Detroit. A pickup of 3. Give it 3rd and 1 from the 17.
Yeah, and 3rd and 1. What's it tell you about another head coach that's aggressive on 4th down? Right, so it's 3rd down, but
it's 2-down territory.
It's exactly right. As long as you don't take a sack or a big negative play in the run game, they're going for it.
33 times in the regular season they attempted on 4th down. They made 22 of them. Empty backfield on 3rd down and 1. Goff from the shotgun on the left hash. Drops to throw, pocket collapsing, ball's out! A strip sack, and it's recovered by Washington.
Wow.
Dante Fowler got there to strip it, and Frankie Louvu said, look what I found, a loose ball and a turnover to the Commanders.
We just talked about absent a sack, and Dorrance Armstrong, another one of those free agent pickups, strips him with his left hand. Ball comes loose, Frankie Louvu jumps on it, and another wasted opportunity.
7-3 as the Lions cough it up. Washington back to work when we return. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Mornings can all start to feel the same. It's wake up, brush your teeth, go to work. Wake up, brush your teeth, go to work every day. So if you're looking for a fresh wake-up call, look no further than Wendy's Breakfast. Try a breakfast Baconator with fresh cracked eggs, or a grilled sausage breakfast burrito, or maybe even a honey buddy. Doesn't matter what you go for, it's going to change your life. Okay, well, it'll at least freshen up your morning. Ready for a fresh wake-up call? Gotta be Wendy's. At participating U.S. Wendy's.
Let TaxSlayer level up your tax filing game this year. TaxSlayer gives you the power to claim all your tax breaks with total confidence. Head to TaxSlayer.com to start filing for free today. After the strip sack, Dorrance Armstrong forcing the ball out into the arms of Frankie Louvu. Lions were on the move, but Washington's defense forcing the turnover. They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 22-yard line. Jaden Daniels back in the shotgun. He's got Robinson to his left. Daniels bringing motion across from right to left in the hand to Robinson. Hole on the right side across the 25, across the 30, and he's down as he gets near the 37-yard line. Jack Campbell with the tackle, but a 15-yard run for Brian Robinson.
That's about as many yards as he had all last week. He's had 2 big runs already this week. Tampa shut them down in the run game, but Washington stayed with it.
No Washington running back has had 70 yards or more rushing since the bye in Week 14. So it's been a minute. First down and 10 at the 37-yard line. Lions show pressure. They bring pressure. Robinson runs away from it to the right side and pushed out of bounds by Anzalone as he gets across the 40 near the 43. Pickup of 6 on the play and a well-called play to take us likely to the end of the first quarter. The clock under 5 seconds and counting, and they will not snap it again. We've reached the end of an entertaining first quarter with the score Detroit 7, Washington 3. You're listening to the NFL playoffs on Westwood 1.
Get in zone, AutoZone. Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? I think my battery's dead. With free battery testing and charging, we can help you get back on the road. Get in zone, AutoZone. So what if I need a new one? We have the right Duralast battery for you, only at AutoZone. Get in zone, AutoZone. And what about my old battery? We can recycle it right here at America's #1 battery destination. Get in zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Finding quality candidates for your small business is no little league game, but Indeed can help you cover all your hiring bases. Their all-in-one hiring platform has smart tools to help you attract, screen, and hire quality candidates. And they don't just help you hire faster. 93% of employers agree Indeed delivers the highest quality matches compared to other job sites, according to a recent Indeed survey. Nix the hassle. Start hiring. Learn more at Indeed.com/credit to expand your team today.
Welcome back to the NFL playoffs on Westwood 1. Along with Mike Mayock and Laura Oakman, I'm Kevin Kugler. The start of the second quarter is sponsored by Old Spice. Stink in places beyond your pits? Old Spice has you covered with total body deodorant. 24/7 freshness from pit hose with daily use. Once again, let's go downstairs to Laura Oakman on the sideline.
Well, when Mike was saying he got by my people, and we were talking early on about Jaden and about how this rookie quarterback was going to deal with how loud it is here, I've been on him. Every time they come to the bench, I'm watching Jaden. What he did the last time they came to the bench, I'm looking like, is he talking about communication? What he was doing was talking to the fans who were all behind him, yelling at him and showing him signs. But Jaden wasn't jawing with them. He was winning them over. He was smiling. He was making hearts with his hands. He had them laughing and telling him how great he was by the time the break was over. But it's not just this calm, cool quarterback. There's been a ton of live music every time we go to break. That Commanders sideline is dancing and having so much fun right now.
And the guy who's setting the tone is the rookie quarterback.
Yeah, and that entire organization's playing with house money. Nobody thought they were going to be here.
2nd and 5 of the 42. Commanders now moving from our left to our right. Daniels in the shotgun along the right hash. Gets the snap. Play action fake. Drops to throw. All day to throw. Throws open left side. Caught Brown at the 30-yard line. Down the left sideline to the 20. And he's inside the Lions 20 before Brian Branch can finally catch him at the 16-yard line.
There's a bust in the secondary. They ran post. Terry McLaurin ran a post. And then Brown came underneath on a deep over route, and nobody was within 5 yards of him. Brian Branch hustled back to make the play.
42-yard pickup, and now Daniels on first down, a design quarterback run. The leading rusher for the Commanders this year was their quarterback, and Daniels takes it over the left side for 3 before Kirby Joseph can trip him up at the Lions' 13-yard line.
I'll tell you, that last play was fun because McLaurin just pushed everybody out deep, and across right behind him came Diami Brown into an empty area, and that quarterback just does not miss anything.
Playing well beyond his years right now, Mike.
He's 9 for 13 for $126 with a drop.
Play fake. Daniels rolls right, looking downfield. Daniels going to tuck in and run, and Daniels shoved out of bounds inside the 10 at the 9. A scamper of 4. Nobody open. Got positive yardage. Brings up 3rd down and 3 at the Lions 9. The road to Super Bowl 59 continues tomorrow with the divisional playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax. Rams-Eagles followed by Ravens-Bills. Don't miss the divisional playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax. Visit watch.nfl.com for more details. Commanders are 1 for 3 on third down. They're 0 for 1 on fourth, by the way. 3rd and 3 at the 9.
This is the situations where they've got to have touchdowns, not field goals.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Looking, throws right side, incomplete. He wanted on a cross Zacchaeus, who was coming across at the 2-yard line from left to right, and he missed it. Maybe the most errant pass of the night for Jaden Daniels, and it's 4th down and 3, and the offense will stay on the field.
Yeah, I thought he missed a couple of opportunities. Kirby Joseph had good coverage, but it was all man-to-man, and there's not even a hesitation out there from Dan Quinn. This is who they've been all year long. They've converted 87% of their 4th down opportunities during the regular season.
0 for 1 tonight, 3 for 5 last week against Tampa Bay. This is 4th and 3 at the Lions' 9. Daniels in the shotgun. McNichols to his right. Shotgun snap comes in. He throws over the middle. It's caught by Ertz. Breaks a tackle at the 5. And Zach Ertz, the tight end, down near the 2 where it's 1st and goal, Washington.
Wow. Somehow they got Zach Ertz, who's a 13-year veteran, with Trevor Nowaski, who's a defensive end, dropping in coverage, and that's a no-brainer. Catches it, makes a miss, gets up the field for a 1st down. That was an easy toss and catch. Really good job on the call, in the huddle, and then the conversion.
Brown and Zacchaeus to the left of the line. McLaurin wide right. 1st and goal from the Lions 2. Daniels in the shotgun. Robinson to his left. Gets the shotgun snap, helmet high. Throws left side wide.
Missed him.
John Bates was breaking out from that slot left, trying to get upfield, and he missed him wide.
Yeah, he's telling me, Jaden's telling his team he wants them to huddle up. That was a missed opportunity. They ran a little rub route. Bates from the inside breaking out to the flat was wide open. They just missed the throw.
So now 2nd and goal at the 2. 7-3 Lions that lead in peril. Pistol formation with Robinson behind Daniels. 3 receivers left of the line. On 2nd down and goal from the 2. Helmet high shotgun snap. Fakes the give. Daniels on the keep. Sweeping right side. And he's ushered out of bounds at the 3-yard line. Shoved out by Kirby Joseph. Brings up 3rd and goal. A loss of 1.
The Washington offensive lineman didn't like the way Kirby Joseph threw him out of bounds. And you know what? Forget that. You're a running back out there, son. Take him, throw him out of bounds, get physical with him.
What Jack Campbell tell Laura Oakman?
100%.
He's out there, he's a running back, and we're going to let him know. 3rd and goal at the 3. 3 receivers left. Zacchaeus, Brown, McLaurin. Robinson to the right of Daniels, who stands in the shotgun on the right hash. On 3rd down and goal. Daniels gets the shotgun snap. Play action fake. Has time. Floats it into the corner of the end zone and flags fly. McLaurin tripped up in double coverage. He had Joseph and Anzalone running with him. He got tripped up by the coverage. Flags down in the end zone. It'll be 1st and goal Washington.
Pre-snap, McLaurin was number 3, meaning the 3rd receiver to the inside. Kirby Joseph was trying to stay with him and grabbed him from behind. He grabbed a big piece of his shirt. The call was correct, 100% for the grab.
Update on Amik Robertson. He is out for the remainder of the game. It's a crushing blow for a Lions team that's thin at corner.
And played the best football game of his life, Week 18, against Justin Jefferson.
1st and goal at the 1. Brown and McLaurin left of the line. Pistol formation, Robinson behind Daniels. Looking for the lead, down 7-3. Shotgun snap comes in, helmet high. The give is to Robinson, and he'll go nowhere. He tried to go right up the gut, and Alex Anzalone said, no, sir. A loss of 1 back to the 2, where it's 2nd and goal.
So the reason Alex Anzalone had a voice there in that play was because DJ Reader stood the center and guard up and allowed him to come downhill. Really, that's a defensive tackle resetting the line of scrimmage.
11th play of this drive coming. 2nd and goal at the 2. About half the plays have been inside the 15-yard line.
Right.
3 receivers left. Robinson to the left of Daniels, who stands on the right hash. Now he'll shift to his right. Helmet high shotgun snap. The give is to Robinson into the end zone for a Washington touchdown, and the Commanders take a 9-7 lead. And when Robinson got into the end zone, he put his hand to his ear, cupping his ear as if to say, where is this loud crowd now?
They're in a shotgun, and it's just simple zone blocking. And I'll tell you what, Andrew Wiley, the right tackle, Sam Cosmi, the right guard, and Tyler Biadasz, the center, did a great job. They kind of just swept down in a wave, and it was an easy run for Brian Robinson.
At the end of the play, Sam Cosmi got twisted up, the right guard who was blocking on that play, and he is still down, being tended to by the Washington athletic training staff. While they tend to him, we will take a timeout in Detroit. 10:55 to play in this opening half. Washington with a 9-7 lead. This is Westwood One's coverage of the NFL playoffs.
Basketball season is heating up on NBA radio.
This is a clinic by LeBron.
We break down the latest news every day.
Overrated? Do you watch the guy play? He's unstoppable.
And bring you the best games every night.
Right corner Mitchell. 3-ball. Bullseye!
And in just a few weeks, hear wall-to-wall coverage of 2025 All-Star Weekend in San Francisco. Only on Sirius XM NBA Radio, Channel 86 in the car, and the Sirius XM app.
Hear the biggest stars in golf compete in the game's newest competition. TGL, presented by SoFi, is on SiriusXM PGA Tour Radio.
It's on its way. He has made it. It's a birdie.
The action continues this Tuesday when Ricky Fowler's New York Golf Club take on Justin Thomas in the Atlanta Drive at 7 p.m. Eastern. Your exclusive radio home for TGL, presented by SoFi, is SiriusXM PGA Tour Radio, Channel 92 in the car and on the SiriusXM app.
Every match from the English Premier League is now available on the SiriusXM app.
If you like soccer, you are in the right place.
Every unforgettable moment.
Simply sensational.
Every heartbreaking result.
Just goes from horribly bad to even worse.
Every statement win.
This is the place where dreams come true.
Don't miss a match of the EPL. Listen to the English Premier League on the SiriusXM app. For a complete schedule, go to SiriusXM.com/EPL.
Don't miss MLB Network Radio's tour of spring training beginning in late February. When the football season blows its final whistle, it's baseball's time to shine. Tune in as we visit with all 30 teams on site across Arizona and Florida. Hear from the star players, managers, and front office executives. MLB Network Radio's tour of spring training begins in late February on SiriusXM 89 and the SiriusXM app.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for the NFL playoffs and Super Bowl 59.
This is Bill Belichick. Hear me break down the week in the NFL every Monday night on Let's Go, 6 Eastern on Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82.
Sam Cosmi got rolled up on by Zadarius Smith on that touchdown run, and he limped very, very slowly to the Commanders' sideline where he's being tended to. On for the extra point now is Washington's Zane Gonzalez. A 9-7 Washington lead in Detroit, and the kick makes it 10-7 as it is good. Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders march down the field and have taken a 10-7 lead. Kevin Kugler and Mike Mayock here in the Grainger broadcast booth in Detroit with Laura Oakman down on the sidelines. Game plan with Grainger to gain a competitive advantage. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by for the supplies and solutions to help keep your business moving forward. 10-7 lead for Washington, an 11-play, 78-yard drive, Mike.
Eerily reminiscent of their game last week with Tampa Bay. All you got to do is look at the offensive snaps right now. Washington's got 28. Detroit has 14. They're controlling the football. They're running the ball more easily than they did a week ago. And that rookie quarterback, did he miss a throw on that drive? Yeah, he did. But at the end of the day, they came back and converted a touchdown instead of kick a field goal.
And now Washington will kick off with Khalif Raymond and Craig Reynolds deep to our right. And Jared Goff in this offense. 15-2 on the season, a franchise record for wins. They're anxious to get back on the field. They scored 51.6% of their drives this year. Best in the NFL. Who was second best? Washington.
At 50%.
These two teams score almost every other drive.
and their coaches and the culture in their building is part of what drives their consistency.
And the kickoff fielded at the 2-yard line by Reynolds. Reynolds over the left side of the 15, cuts back right to the 20, across the 25, and Reynolds down near the 30-yard line. Once again, let's go downstairs to Laura Oakman.
Just letting you know, that was really quick. They brought a card out and put Sam Cosme in it. And the hard part is usually after sitting for a few minutes, you get up and kind of are able to walk a little better on it. But that bad limp was just as much getting in the cart. The athletic trainers were working on that right foot to ankle. And he has been carted off and just in tears on the way in with a big thumbs up as he was getting carted off the field.
No, you hate to see it. You hate to hear it. Such a key part of that Washington attack. Goff on first down wants to go deep off the play fake for Jamison Williams, and it's just off his outstretched right arm at the Washington 20-yard line. It's hard to overthrow Jamison Williams with blazing speed, but Goff just missed him there.
Yeah, and he ran a takeoff route, and he beat Sanders still to the post. His right hand got a piece of the football. If that was overthrown, it was by about a foot. I mean, that was the difference between a 50 or 60-yard gain and nothing.
And nothing is what happened, so it's 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line. Motion out from right. Goff to throw over the middle. It's caught and down at the 37-yard line goes Amon-Ra St. Brown, his first catch of the night. Michael Walker on the tackle after the 7-yard gain. Sets up 3rd and 3 for Detroit, trailing at home 10-7.
St. Brown is the quintessential Dan Campbell guy. They got him in the 4th round. He had 115 catches for almost 1,300 yards, and the kid plays with a friggin' attitude. He knows every wide receiver by name that got drafted before him a few years ago. 3rd down and 3 at the 37-yard line. 3 receivers right, single wide left. Shotgun snap is low. Goff has it, sets in the pocket, floats it down the right sideline. Amon-Ra St. Brown reaching out to grab it at the 30-yard line of Washington and down at the 29. There are flags down at the 45. There may have been a hold on the release. I think there's a defensive hold on Amon-Ra St. Brown. Was in
prior
the slot.
To the pass, holding. Defense, number 1. The penalty is declined. The yardage gain is enough for a first down.
By plenty, all the way down to the 29, a pickup of 34.
And to your point, Igbenogany has got him in the slot. Grabbed him a couple different times. You could have called hold about 2 or 3 times there. It didn't matter because it was a great throw and catch.
From the Washington 29 on first down. Lions down 10-7, 9:48 to play first half. Goff will go under center. He's got Gibbs behind him as the single back. Goff under center, turns, Gibbs cuts it back to the right at the 25, Gibbs to the 20, and Gibbs pushed forward with a first down to the 17. A pickup of 12. Jonathan Allen on the tackle. First down, Detroit.
Think about this drive, Kev. You know, they just give up a touchdown. They're trailing in their own building. Probably a little surprised the way the game goes. What does Ben Johnson do? Play action, deep shot, just miss it. Come back with Amon-Ra St. Brown on the fade route, and then that tailback who's different right up the middle.
First down and 10 at the 17. They'll line up in the I formation. Toss play, Gibbs left side. Trying to cut it back, trying to be patient, nowhere to go. Stood up at the 17 by Jonathan Allen. Our score here at Ford Field is Washington 10, Detroit 7. You're listening to the NFL Divisional Playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax. And the Lions on the move try to tie or regain the lead. They've got a 2nd and 10 at the Washington 17.
They're going to be aggressive here. I think Dan Campbell's getting a little bit frustrated, I'm sure. Got to score touchdowns in this game, not kick field goals.
2 receivers right of the line, 2 wide left. Now motion from Raymond from left to right. That'll bring 3 to the right side. Goff will sling it to Raymond with blockers in front on the screen. Raymond to the 10. Raymond inside the 5, and he's shoved forward down inside the 3. It'll be first and goal from the 2-yard line. 15-yard pickup on the screen to Raymond. First and goal, Lions.
And they put him in the game for that play specifically. A bubble screen out wide. Who made the key block? Amon-Ra St. Brown. The all-pro wide receiver takes just as much pride in his blocking as he does in catching the football.
Dan Skipper in, eligible on the left side of the line as an extra lineman. Montgomery in at running back. First and goal from the 2. Motion from right to left from Laporta. Play fake. Goff. Pressure up the middle. Goff in trouble. Throws. Sticking out his hand. A one-arm grab. Sam Laporta stuck his arm out. And with the touchdown to give Detroit the 13-10 lead.
First, credit the offensive line for giving the time to go through all the progressions. Heavy play action. Goff looked left, came all the way back, extended the play to the right. One-handed, left-handed grab, diving in the air in the back of the end zone by Sam Laporta. Had 7 touchdowns in the regular season. Make that 8.
And the extra point try for Jake Bates. The Lions have regained the lead. And the extra point is good to make it 14-10. Detroit, 7:44 to play in this second quarter. And here we go, 14-10 Lions. You're listening to the NFL playoffs on Westwood One.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on annual retirement contributions. With Robinhood Gold, the perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold at $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
Hey, football fans, with BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age and older. This U.S. promotional offer not available in Mississippi, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
When I wake up
The best mornings
in the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
I put on my jeans and I feel alright.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
It's football season, and now you can get anything you need for game day delivered with Uber Eats. Well, almost anything. You can't get a running back, but baby back ribs? Yes. Uber Eats, official on-demand food delivery partner of the NFL.
Lions with a 14-10 lead. Let's check Detroit's drive summary, sponsored by University of Maryland Global Campus. Earn graduate and undergraduate certificates online with University of Maryland Global Campus. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate by Chev. 7 plays, 70 yards, took 3:11 off the clock. The 2-yard touchdown pass to the one-armed man, Sam Laporta. And a 14-10 lead for the Detroit Lions. And now it'll turn to Jaden Daniels. Can Washington muster up another drive to answer? They've had little trouble moving the football tonight against this Detroit defense.
Yeah, this is only going to be their 4th drive of the night, of the half. The first drive, they went for it in 4th and 2, didn't make it. The second drive, they kick a field goal. Third drive, it's a touchdown. To your point, they convert every drive. 50% of the time they convert into points. And they better stay with this Detroit team, because Detroit wants a track meet, Kev.
Ready to kick it off is Jake Bates. Bates swings that right leg, and he booms this one once more into the end zone for a touchback. Time to check in once more with Laura Oakman on the sidelines.
I've got 2 injury updates for you right now. Sam Cosmi just officially talked to the Commanders. That's a right knee injury that they're looking at in the locker room. Also, Zach Ertz was in the blue tent. They were evaluating him for a concussion. The good news is he just passed that. He's been cleared for the rest of the game.
All right, so Zach Ertz, somebody they desperately need. Huge part of what the Commanders do on offense. And a great safety net for Jaden Daniels at that tight end spot.
No, and as is Austin Eckler. I think there's 2 really key components to this playoff drive.
From the 30-yard line, Washington finishing up in their huddle. They break the huddle, send Crowder and McLaurin left to the line. Brown and Olamide Zaccheaus to the right. Line up in the pistol. Robinson, the running back. Jaden Daniels, the quarterback. Now Robinson will shift to the right of Daniels. First down and 10 at the 30-yard line. Fake the give to Robinson. Daniels will keep bouncing to the right side, and Daniels down at the 33-yard line. A pickup of 3. Brian Branch got him around the waist and wrapped him up after that 3-yard gain.
Kev, most NFL teams carry 8 offensive linemen for a game. So Cosmi goes down. I was wondering whether they're going to go with Dieter, who's an interior player, or Trent Scott. They're kicking the offensive tackle, Trent Scott, with 7 years of experience inside to take over that job.
2nd down and 7 at the 33. 2 receivers left, single wide to the right. Daniels has Robinson to his right, gets the shotgun snap. He'll throw to the right sideline. It is caught at the 41-yard line by De'Ami Brown. He's tackled almost immediately by Arnold, but it's enough for a Washington first down as he picks up 9.
Really good job by Washington picking up blitz. They ran the linebacker Jack Campbell in, running back picked them up. Really nice job and allowed plenty of time for Jaden to get the ball out.
Aaron Glenn, since they lost Aiden Hutchinson in week 6, the defensive coordinator has blitzed a lot more. 38% blitz on the year. That's 3rd most in the league. Eckler in the backfield now to the left of Daniels. 1st down and 10 at the 41. They'll swing the pass out to the left side. It's McLaurin. Breaks 2 tackles down the left sideline to the 40. McLaurin motoring to the 30. Inside the 20. Still on his feet at the 10. And he'll dive into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin takes it 59 yards, and the Commanders are back on top, 16-14.
So much for slow it down and grind it out. I mean, that was awesome. And that was actually, Kev, a run play called to the right side with a tag to a bubble screen left. They liked the numbers left. The wide receivers, Zacchaeus and De'Ami Brown, both made blocks. McLaurin split eyes, and Kirby Joseph could not catch McLaurin, who runs 4.35.
And now Gonzalez on for the extra point. McLaurin's 2nd career playoff touchdown. Jaden Daniels is his 11th different starting quarterback in his career with Washington. He's found a keeper in Daniels as the extra point is good, and it's 17-14 Washington by 3. 6:23 to go in the first half, and this crowd at Ford Field is quieted again. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
In a world that moves a million miles a second, Haagen-Dazs invites you to slow down and savor every delicious bite. Take it one almond at a time with the Haagen-Dazs Vanilla Milk Chocolate Almond Bar. Madagascar vanilla, rich milk chocolate, and toasted California almonds make this unmatched icon legendary. Whatever Dazs you savor, a snack bar or your favorite flavor, say goodbye to the fast life and hello to savoring the finest ingredients and the richest and creamiest ice cream. That's Dazs, available at retailers nationwide.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams winter sale and get 30% off paints and stains January 17th through the 27th. With prices starting at $34.29, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your bedroom, living room, or home office, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only, some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Navy Federal Credit Union can help you dominate debt with a 0% intro APR on credit card balance transfers for 12 months. And right now, you could get $250 when you spend $2,500 using a Cash Rewards or Cash Rewards Plus card. Visit NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Navy Federal is insured by NCUA. After the intro rate expires, variable APRs are 15.15% to 18% based on credit worthiness. Rates are subject to change. ATM fees for cash advances are up to $1 at non-Navy Federal ATMs.
You can stream the NFL playoffs on Westwood One for free, sponsored by Pfizer. This RSV season, don't drop the ball. Visit VaxAssist.com to check eligibility and schedule an RSV vaccine. 17-14 Commanders as we check in downstairs with Laura Oakman.
Lions Jack Campbell told me older players have been around this rebuild, have all said the same thing this week. This Commanders team reminds them of a younger Lions team when they were starting to get the pieces together. That aggressive coach who believes in them and the guys who really care about two things, the ball and each other. The only thing they don't have, an edge. And Lions center Frank Ragnow told me, we were 30 minutes away from the Super Bowl. We will never forget that feeling. And that is a fuel that gives us a real advantage tonight. But you guys, I keep thinking Washington is playing so loose and free. Is that baggage weighing Detroit down a little bit?
You know, Laura, I think it's a great question. We touched on it a tiny bit in the first quarter. These are two culture teams with culture head coaches that believe in playing fast, aggressive, tough. But if you're Detroit, in the back of your mind, there's something that you're supposed to win this game and you're supposed to go to the Super Bowl.
Kickoff fielded by Reynolds at the 3. Reynolds over the left side of the 20. He'll try to break it back to the middle, but Mike Sainris still is there to tackle him as he gets to the 23-yard line. And with 6:17 to play in this first half, a quiet crowd at Ford Field. It's a nervous crowd. To your point, Mike.
Yep.
This was supposed to be the year, and may still very well be. There's a lot of football to be played.
Yeah, it's early, and I'm not writing. All I'm saying is Laura brings up a really good point, which is Washington flying around and having a blast. And I thought Detroit's last offensive series was their best. Let's see if they can build off of it, get some energy back in this building.
Gibbs to the left and movement early. Sam Laporta got started about 2 steps before everybody else. And now Penei Sewell saying, no, it's Washington.
Ball start. Offense number 87. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Ron Torbert disagreed.
Have you ever seen an offensive lineman that said, yeah, it was us?
Yep. No, never. Certainly not in the playoffs. No. Speaking of the playoffs, don't miss all the excitement of the divisional round of the NFL playoffs tomorrow on NBC when the Los Angeles Rams visit the Philadelphia Eagles. Of course, you can also hear that game right here on many of these same stations on the NFL app or online at WestwoodOneSports.com. First and 15 now back at the 17-yard line. The handoff is to Gibbs, and Gibbs trying the right side. Not much there. Maybe a yard to the 18-yard line. Well defended by Washington. A host of Commanders on that tackle. Jonathan Allen with a few extra words after the play to Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah, so did Dante Fowler, the backside defensive end, chased it down from behind, and he and Gibbs got up jawing at each other along with the defensive tackle, Jonathan Allen.
So 2nd and 14 at the 18 of Detroit. 17-14 lead for Washington. Late in the second quarter. Reynolds in motion on the right side of the line, the slot right. And a shotgun snap to Goff out of an empty backfield, looking left all the way, throws it left, a wobbler, and it's intercepted. Picked off, and down the sideline goes Quan Martin. Breaks a tackle at the 10. Martin inside the 5. He's going to take it all the way for a Washington touchdown. He wanted Tim Patrick, and that ball sailed on him right into the hands of Quan Martin, who returned it for a Washington touchdown, and the Commanders now lead at 23-14.
Jared Goff had 12 interceptions during the season, okay? All of them were on first or second down, and 10 of the 12 were 2nd and 10 or more yards, which is what that situation was, where he wants to push it down the field and force it. The ball sailed high. Quan Martin finished it within his hands and then finished in the end zone.
41 yards later, the touchdown, the extra point for Gonzalez. And it is 24-14 Washington. And if you thought this crowd was nervous before that drive, well, they're starting to bite fingernails now in Detroit. 5:25 to play in the first half. 24-14 Washington. You're listening to the NFL playoffs on Westwood One.
Lowe's knows how to help make your Super Bowl 59 party a touchdown. Let them help you prep your home to host with top brands like Charbroil, Blackstone, and LG, so you can be the MVP of game day. Plus, use the Lowe's app to find what you need for a seamless shopping run. Or huddle up with the Lowe's Red Vest Associates to help make all your game time hosting decisions.
Get more of the NFL with NFL Plus and start streaming more touchdowns, more hurdles, more action. Just a tremendous play. NFL Plus has you covered. Stream the NFL postseason and Super Bowl 56 live on mobile. Touchdown! Plus, stay connected throughout the offseason with special coverage of the NFL Scouting Combine, NFL Draft, and more. Let's go! Yeah! Subscribe today at plus.nfl.com. Terms and conditions apply.
T-Mobile 5G home internet keeps getting better. Get our fastest connection loaded with benefits. Get T-Mobile's best home internet starting at $55 a month with auto pay and any voice line. Plus, Price Lock. We won't raise your rate on internet. Check availability at T-Mobile.com/home internet.
Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. Guarantees regular monthly rate plan price of fixed wireless 5G internet data with qualifying service. After $15 bill credit with postpaid voice line plus $5 a month without auto pay with debit or bank account. Regulatory fees included for qualifying accounts. $35 connection charge applies. Speeds vary due to factors affecting cellular networks.
Welcome back to Ford Field in Detroit. Along with Mike Mayock and Laura Oakman, I'm Kevin Kugler, and together with Navy Federal Credit Union, we'd like to thank you for joining us for tonight's broadcast of the NFL playoffs on Westwood One, and give an extra special shout-out to the over 1 million men and women in uniform stationed around the world in military bases and on ships at sea defending our nation. Navy Federal Credit Union proudly serves the armed forces, the DoD, veterans, and their families. Our members are the mission. Learn more at NavyFederal.org. Jared Goff has just gone to the locker room. Yeah. After that interception, he was hit. Johnny Newton providing pressure. Goff got hit and is on his way to the locker room. Now, today's backup quarterback is a state champion high school football coach.
Yes, he is.
Who came out of retirement a couple of weeks ago, December 26th. Teddy Bridgewater will be the guy who will be out there at quarterback to start this next possession, as Jared Goff has gone to the locker room for the Lions, trailing by 10.
He got jacked, on the 4-yard line, and it was Frankie Louvu making the final block to spring his guy for a touchdown, but Jared Goff got jacked.
Reynolds across the 20 and down across the 25-yard line. And a first down and an opportunity for Teddy Bridgewater. So Newton came in, and then Louvu got him almost helmet to helmet.
Very close.
Mike Mayock.
Very close. And make no mistake about it, he dropped his head.
Yep.
And if they're looking at that, that could be a fine next week. They obviously didn't call anything there.
And the red hat, the independent neurological consultant, went to the locker room with Goff. So Teddy Bridgewater seeing his first action since coming out of retirement after coaching his alma mater in Florida to a high school championship, and a flag drops movement early.
False start. Offense number 26. 5-yard penalty, first down.
And let's go downstairs to Laura Oakman.
Right now, thank you. I'm getting an update actually right now, live on radio, that Jared Goff just went into the blue tent right now. So I'll get an update as soon as I get one. But they just went into that tent to start evaluating him.
Okay, so Jared Goff in the blue tent. Teddy Bridgewater on the field at quarterback. And now 1st and 15 from the 22-yard line. Motion from Amon-Ra St. Brown from right to left. Bridgewater turns, gives it to Gibbs, pokes it free, and Gibbs across the 30 and yanked down as he gets to the 37-yard line. Close to the first down. Bobby Wagner on the tackle after a gain of close to 15. Will it be a first down? No signal yet, and it will not, but it's 2nd and short.
No huddle. Bridgewater running the show.
Shotgun snap to Bridgewater. Has time, throws it short, catch by Gibbs, and Gibbs with a first down to the 39. Louvu on the tackle.
I asked a couple of the coaches on the Lions on the field before the game, I said, you got a new backup quarterback, huh? And they were like, yeah, fresh off a high school championship at his high school in Florida. And they said he rolled into the building laughing and yelling, having a blast. He was immediately welcomed as the backup quarterback for the playoffs, and they said it was like he had been here forever.
Jared Goff is out of the tent, and he's ready to go back in. But first down and 10 first for Bridgewater. From the 39-yard line, Bridgewater turns, the handoff to Gibbs, the end around on the flip to Jamison Williams. Williams over the left side of the 45, got a block at midfield. Williams to the 40, cuts back right at the 30, and Williams on the run to the 20, raising the ball in the air at the 10. Williams diving and somersaulting in for a Lions touchdown. 61 yards later, and the Lions are alive again.
Guess who threw the key block on that reverse? He didn't make a lot of contact, but he got in the way, and that was 87-year-old Teddy Bridgewater.
All you got to do is screen. You don't have to really make the contact.
He just got in the way, and Jamison Williams did the rest.
Bates for the extra point. The kick on the way, and the Lions are within 3. 24-21, Washington by 3. 4:01 remaining in the first half. Are you not entertained? You're listening to the NFL playoffs on Westwood One.
Navy Federal Credit Union can help you dominate debt with a 0% intro APR on credit card balance transfers for 12 months. And right now, you could get $250 when you spend $2,500 using a Cash Rewards or Cash Rewards Plus card. Visit NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Navy Federal is insured by NCUA. After the intro rate expires, variable APRs are 15.15% to 18% based on credit worthiness. Rates are subject to change. ATM fees for cash advances are up to $1 at non-Navy Federal ATMs.
Along with Mike Mayock and Laura Oakman, I'm Kevin Kugler here on Westwood One. You're listening to the NFL Divisional Playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax. A 24-21 lead for Washington. 4:01 to go in the second. But the Williams 61-yard touchdown run has brought Detroit and their fans back into this ballgame.
The last 3 touchdowns have been a 59-yard touchdown by Terry McLaurin, a pick six of 40 yards by Quan Martin, and a 61-yard touchdown off a reverse by Jamison Williams.
And now Jake Bates will kick it off. We still have 4 minutes to go in the first half.
This is a blast.
Knee taken in the end zone and a touchback. The unexpected happens every day. It's happening here. When it does, head to Kohl's and Kohl's.com for everything your family needs. Kohl's, where families come first. We've seen a lot of unexpected tonight. Wow. And we still have 4:01 to play in a wild first half. Commanders will start from the 30. It is.
It's a track meet. I did not expect that to break out. Going to be really interesting to see how rookie quarterback Jaden Daniels has been trying so hard to protect the football, which he has. Will he get out of rhythm and try to do too much, or is he just going to stay cool as a cucumber?
3 receivers left. Eckler in the backfield. Daniels has him to his left from the gun. The handoff is to Eckler. Plows over the left side across the 35, bouncing off contact and down at the 38. Good 8-yard run. Kirby Joseph on the tackle. Eckler has always been, Mike, such a versatile running back.
I hated when I was with the Raiders and he was with the Chargers. Like, good things happen when he touches the football.
2nd down and 2 with the 38. They hustle to the line. The snap, fake the give to Eckler. Daniels keeps across the 40. 1st down, turns right at midfield and out of bounds in Lions territory at the 47-yard line.
I was down on the field before the game watching him throw the football, just in sweats, early, couple hours before the game. His frame is so thin. He's listed at 6'4", 210. I don't know what it really is. He looks about 6'3", real skinny, but he's got a whip for an arm. The ball comes out. I don't know what he runs a 40 in, but it's probably just about as fast as he wants to.
1st down and 10 at the 47-yard line. On the move again from our left to our right. Daniels gets the shotgun snap, hands it to Eckler, and Eckler tossed down at the 45 by Jack Campbell. Just a 2.5-yard gain is all, and it'll bring up 2nd and long.
Jack Campbell was a first-round pick that people killed around here when they first drafted him and said he was stiff. And how do you take an inside linebacker at 20, whatever, in the draft? And, he's just a really good football player. That's what they do here. They draft really good football players that love ball.
Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year, Butkus Award winner for the best linebacker in college football. 2nd down and 8. Brown in motion from right to left. Eckler to the right of Daniels in the shotgun. He stands right on the Lions logo. Drops to throw on 2nd and 8. Backside pressure comes. He'll flip it down the field, down the right side. Running underneath it at the 10.
Oh, my gosh.
Making the catch is De'Ami Brown. Down at the Lions' 6-yard line. 1st and goal, Washington.
Folks, that throw was special. Deep over route, way down the field, double coverage. Great job. Kirby Joseph is grabbing the helmet. He just literally dropped it right down the chute. He didn't have more than about 1.5 feet to fit that ball in.
We've reached the 2-minute warning on that play, sponsored by Lionsgate. Flight Risk stars Mark Wahlberg as a psychotic villain, a role we haven't seen him play in almost 3 decades. This movie is one hell of an action thrill ride, the kind of movie you must experience in the theater. Opens January 24th. 24-21 Washington. They've got a 1st and goal at the 6 when we return. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
Mayday. We've been compromised. The pilot's a hitman.
I knew you were going to be fun.
This Friday.
Tell me how to fly this thing.
Mark Wahlberg. You know what the difference between me and you is? You're going to die.
Don't shoot him, we need him!
Y'all need a pilot?
Flight Risk. Rated R.
Sponsored by Lionsgate. It's football season, and now you can get anything you need for game day delivered with Uber Eats. Well, almost anything. You can't get a running back, but baby back ribs? Yes. Uber Eats, official on-demand food delivery partner of the NFL.
What does it feel like to file with TaxSlayer and get your guaranteed maximum refund? It feels like the last level of a video game, facing off against the final boss who stands between you and your refund.
All your refund is belong to me.
Using the power of TaxSlayer like a secret power-up he doesn't see coming.
Only the most tax confident can defeat me.
Throwing your laptop at his video game face and watching him crumble into a giant pile of shiny coin tax refunds.
Oh, not fair. You use TaxSlayer.
Start for free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
Running your own business can feel a lot like running a one-person relay race. When you've got to expand your team, share the baton with Indeed. Their all-in-one hiring platform has smart tools to help you attract, screen, and hire quality candidates to your roster. And they don't just help you hire faster. 93% of employers agree Indeed delivers the highest quality matches compared to other job sites, according to a recent Indeed survey. Nix the hassle. Start hiring. Learn more at Indeed.com/credit to expand your team today.
Tonight's broadcast of the NFL playoffs on Westwood One is sponsored in part by Barbasol Shaving Cream, by Granger, by Navy Federal Credit Union, by Wrangler, by Good RX, and by the official NFL app. One evening I spent with Mike Mayock enjoying a Philly cheesesteak in Providence, Rhode Island. He says that tonight is more enjoyable than that fine Philly cheesesteak we had in the Philly cheesesteak capital of the world, Providence, Rhode Island. This has been a fun one. Maybe even more fun than that night, Mike. 24-21 Washington.
It's the first rule of the road. You don't ever have a Philly cheesesteak unless you're in Philly, Kugler.
I was led astray by our producer that night, who was a Philly native and still is, and what he was thinking. First and goal at the 7 is where Washington goes to work. Single receivers left and right. Eckler to the left side of Daniels in the gun. Washington leading 24-21 and looking for more before halftime. Daniels surveying the defense. Awaiting the shotgun snap. It comes in helmet high. Fakes the give. He'll keep it himself, and he dives forward down near the 5-yard line. Timeout used by Detroit. Jack Campbell on the tackle, and the Lions will stop it with 1:54 to go in quarter number 2. Stay up to date with Westwood One Sports by following us on X and Instagram. In-game highlights, direct links to listen to live games, behind-the-scenes photos, and more. Follow Westwood One Sports on X and Instagram. Second down and goal from the 5 for Washington.
Washington has been a really good red zone team all year, number 6 in the league at 63%. The reason is because this quarterback is not only accurate, but he can use his legs when things break down.
McLaurin wide right, 2 receivers left to the line. Ertz in motion to the left side. Play action fake. Daniels looking. Pressure comes. Rolls right, throws, and he'll throw this one away. Out of the back right corner of the end zone, and it brings up third and goal from the 5. 24-21 Washington.
And these are the plays here that win or lose games, right? There's a 4-point differential between a touchdown and a field goal, and you're playing a better team technically on the road. The number 1 seed, you got to score touchdowns here. It'd be interesting to see if they run the football. If they run it on this down, it tells you it's 4-down territory for them for sure.
Jamison Crowder in the slot left. Ertz the tight end to the left side. Brown wide left. McLaurin wide right. Out of the shotgun on third down. Daniels to throw. Looking for Ertz. He's got it just across the goal line for a Washington touchdown. Zach Ertz scored 7 in the regular season. This one in the postseason gives Washington a 30-21 lead.
Really savvy man-to-man route against Melifonwu, the safety. He went in motion. Looked like he was going to go out wide and then use physicality to break back inside, cross the face of the safety, and give a wide-open target to his quarterback. Really good route by Ertz.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And the kick by Gonzalez makes it 31-21. 52 combined points is tied for the highest scoring first half in NFL postseason history. Wow. January 12th of 2020, Kansas City led Houston 28-24 in the first half. Kansas City and Houston, ironically enough, played, or coincidentally enough, you make the call, Earlier today, Kansas City won. They host the AFC Championship game next week. But this one, 31-21, and they could break the record with relative ease. There's still 1:46 and 2 timeouts left for Detroit to try to get back on the board. Remember, Washington won the toss and elected to defer, so they're going to get the football to start the second half. That's why Dan Campbell was so intent on stopping the clock to buy some time for his offense.
Yeah, and now all of a sudden you're down 10 points, and the pressure is squarely back on Detroit.
By the way, that first game today, Houston and Kansas City, they combined for 37 total points in that game.
And they didn't have many yards. Outside of Travis Kelce, there weren't many yards either.
We're not lacking in points or yards here tonight. The kickoff, line drive, it'll go into the end zone, and Raymond down it for the touchback to the 30-yard line. A reminder to stay with us for the NFL playoffs on Westwood One Halftime Report, sponsored by Wendy's. Scott Graham will recap Kansas City's win earlier today over Houston. Freshen up your morning with Wendy's breakfast, like a breakfast Baconator. Ready for a fresh wake-up call? Got to be Wendy's at participating U.S. Wendy's. Goff back in at quarterback. Teddy Bridgewater led him on a touchdown drive earlier, which basically consisted of giving the ball to players with great speed. First down and 10 at the 30-yard line. Raymond in motion left to right. Goff to throw. Pressure coming. Backpedals and throws over the middle. Catch made. It's St. Brown who has the grab of the 40 and down at the 41. A pickup of 11. Clock running. And the Lions in 2-minute mode as they get to the line quickly.
Plenty of time. Minute 30. 2 timeouts. Goff's a veteran. They're good at this.
From the 41 on first down. Goff throws a wobbler to the right side. It's low, but it's caught by Laporta, who went down to get it at the 48-yard line. It's a 7-yard pickup on the play. Up to the line with 1:15 and counting to play in this first half, trailing by 10 at home. Shotgun snap to Goff. Commanders rush 4. Goff backpedals, dancing around, shifts to the left, throws over the middle, coming back to try to make the catch at the 41, and doing so is Jahmyr Gibbs at the 41 and a timeout used by Detroit. They've got 1 remaining.
Good job on the timeout. Good job extending the play by the quarterback, and an even better job by the running back, Jahmyr Gibbs. And they're going to look at this closely because I don't know if the ground got involved with that or not.
He went down to get it. It was a low, wobbly throw.
The point of the ball is hitting the ground, and I don't think his hands are under it. They're going to lose that one.
They're already going to pause this game.
Yep.
The previous play is under further review.
That's going to be an incomplete. It's going to move them back, and it'll change the amount of time on the clock because of the incomplete pass.
This Close Shave Instant Replay Review is sponsored by Barbasol Shaving Cream. Feeling great starts with a great shave, and great shaves start with Barbasol's thick and rich moisturizing lather. Start your day off right with Barbasol. Once again, let's check in with Laura on the sideline.
As crazy as all this action has been on the field, the sidelines, the blue tent, the injuries have been just as crazy down here, and a really big one. Last time that the Lions offense came off the field, Penei Sewell went into the locker room. He was in there for a while, came out. His left knee has a brace, but it led to me seeing something I've never seen before. He went over to the offensive line. They're all sitting there. Everyone looked up, looked at him. He gave a thumbs up that he was good to go, and they all broke out in smiles. I've never seen an entire offensive line in smiles, but that's how much that guy means to getting him back onto the field.
Well, you need to go out for a couple beers with the O-line then, Laura.
There's a lot of smiles then.
I can tell you from personal experience, there are a few smiles at that point.
Only if Mike Mayock's picking up the tab, and we know that's not happening.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Shaky. I've been seeing you reach in your...
After reviewing the play, it is an incomplete pass. Detroit's timeout will be restored to them. Detroit now has 2 timeouts remaining. Please set the game clock to 1 minute, 4 seconds, please. 1:04. It's third down.
Ron has had so much to say in this first half, he's already getting hoarse at this point. Imagine how we're going to feel.
Hey, and now we've got, because of that, a third down. Okay, it's 3rd and 6. They've got to convert. If they don't convert, then that brings up a question for Dan. You know, you got 3rd and 3, excuse me, 3rd and 3. They just changed it. My bad.
3rd and 3 at the 48 of Detroit. The handoff is to Gibbs, and Jahmyr Gibbs has a first down into the secondary and down to the Washington 41, and that clock continuing to run. They opt not to use one of their 2 timeouts.
I don't know why they didn't use the timeout there.
Up to the line, 48 seconds and counting. Goff out of the shotgun on first down. Goff backpedals, throws, ball tipped and incomplete. He wanted Gibbs and he had him open at the Washington 38, but Cleveland Ferrell was able to bat that one down, former first-round pick by the Raiders in 2019.
That is correct. Number 4 overall. Good, solid player. I'd be the first to say that he was overdrafted by their general manager.
Their general manager was Mike Mayock, I believe.
No, I'm saying that he's a really good, solid, physical, tough player, but at number 4, that was too rich.
Second down and 10 at the 41. 2 receivers either side. Lions down 31-21. Shotgun snap. Goff looks, throws, caught. Gibbs on a slant to the 30-yard line, and down he goes at the 29, and there's a timeout. They use one of the 2 remaining timeouts, stopping it with 34 seconds to go, and a first down at the Washington 29. The road to Super Bowl 59 continues tomorrow with the divisional playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax. Rams Eagles followed by Ravens Bills. Don't miss the divisional playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax. Visit watch.nfl.com for more details.
You know, a little earlier, Kev, I made the comparison of Jahmyr Gibbs to Marshall Faulk. And the reason is that kind of play there. He's out wide and he runs a slant route like a wideout. Marshall Faulk used to go out wide. He could do anything from the tailback position, pistol, whatever. It was the pass game, I felt, that separated Marshall from most backs. And this Gibbs, man, he's similar. He can't run routes yet quite as well as Marshall, but it's close.
Already over 130 scrimmage yards in this ball game tonight, and a timeout now used by Washington.
How about that?
Washington, this is their first of the half.
So back-to-back timeouts as Dan Quinn saw something that he wanted to take a little more time with. 35 seconds to go until halftime. And the Lions on the doorstep of more points before we get to the locker room. You and I had a lot of thoughts on this game on our way in. We were in the car with Laura and our producer Aaron Cummins and the man of all seasons, Mike Haggerty, who helps us out on the field. And you look at this team, and I don't know that either of us thought it'd be 52 points scored with 35 seconds to go in the first half.
I thought the only way it'd become a track meet is if Detroit got out early to a big lead and Washington had to get out of character. I think
Off out of the shotgun, steps up, throws over the right side for the end zone. It's intercepted! Picked off in the end zone. Bringing it out is Mike Sainristil across the 10. His jersey yanked on as he gets to the 15-yard line. Sainristil, the rookie from right here in Michigan, takes it away from Jamison Williams and the Lions in the end zone, and it stays 31-21 Washington.
They had one-on-one coverage. Williams running a post route, no help in the middle. Sainristil undercut the ball. It was really good coverage. And my concern here is I don't think Jared Goff can make that throw at this point in the game with good coverage when he's already in field goal position. That is their 3rd turnover of the first half. They are now -3 in turnover differential.
And what'd you say in your keys to the game to start this thing? It was going to come down perhaps to turnover battle.
The only way they could really lose this game is to significantly lose the turnover battle, which they're doing.
Jaden Daniels will take a knee. Remember, Washington gets the football to start the second half, and they go into the locker room in front of a stunned, sold-out Ford Field crowd with a 10-point lead. 31-21 Washington. When we return, Scott Graham rejoins us from the Progressive Insurance Studios with the halftime report. Get a business insurance quote online in as little as 6 minutes. Visit Progressive.com. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
Progressive presents Renter's MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Joe Fallon's bedroom mini fridge. Sure, this pint-sized chiller's max capacity is 3 soda cans, but what it lacks in stature, it makes up in cooling strength. Each beverage a perfect 37 degrees every time. And the 2 feet Joe walks to get a drink, priceless. That's why his mini fridge is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
This sandwich is not just spicy, it's flavorful.
Hi, this is Matayo. And this is Elsa. And a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe Sandwich is that spicy kick. Because the spice comes in at just the right moment.
Oh, no. A little thing I love is that cilantro lime sauce. It's a fun blend of zesty and bold. That's what really makes me happy. Are you going to eat all your fries?
Order a Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe Sandwich and a Diet Dr. Pepper on the Chick-fil-A app for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Welcome to the NFL Playoffs Halftime Report on Westwood One. Sponsored by Wendy's. Freshen up your morning with Wendy's breakfast. Like a breakfast Baconator. Ready for a fresh wake-up call? Gotta be Wendy's. At participating U.S. Wendy's. Now, here's your host, Scott Graham.
From our Westwood One studios, we have reached halftime in Detroit. And in all honesty, I'm going to give you a count of 5 just to catch your breath. There you go. Keep working. 42 points in the second quarter of that game. All kinds of haymakers being tossed in both directions. And 31-21. The Washington Commanders trying to pull the upset on the road against the number 1 seed Detroit Lions at halftime at Ford Field. Earlier today, it was the other number 1 seed, the Kansas City Chiefs, playing at Arrowhead Stadium at home against the Houston Texans team that came in and had been within 8 of them when they played just a few weeks ago. So the probability was that this was going to be a reasonably tight ball game, right? Well, yeah. This was a 6-3 game with Kansas City on top after one quarter of play. But in the second quarter, Patrick Mahomes kind of woke up the echoes. I know, I'm looking ahead to the national championship game tomorrow night. He looked back in time to that time when there were playoff games where Travis Kelce was roaming the middle of the field completely uncovered. He found that again, and it turned out to be a big moment in this one for Kansas City.
So from the 45 of the Chiefs, 2nd and 10 for Kansas City, leading by 3. It's a shotgun snap and a 5-man rush, and Mahomes throws down the middle, caught by Kelce, 40. Between the hash marks, he breaks a tackle, 35. Breaks another tackle, 30. He's on the near side, 15. Stiff runs his way to the 10. Comes down the near side to the 5. Tackle there. 49-yard catch and run by Travis Kelce up the middle where he finds room and a 1st and goal for the Chiefs.
I thought they said he couldn't run after he caught the ball anymore.
Kevin Harlan and Ross Tucker right here on Westwood One. That was the longest catch of the season for Travis Kelce and the longest catch that he's ever had in his illustrious postseason receiving career. What it also did was it set his team up inside the 10-yard line. Kareem Hunt banged it in for a touchdown and a 13-3 lead. At this point, Kansas City was completely in control of the game, but Kaimi Fairbairn hit a field goal before halftime to get the Texans back to within 7. And then Houston put on a 15-play, 82-yard drive that took up the first almost 10.5 minutes of the third quarter. Joe Mixon got in from 13 yards out, but the extra point failed wide to the right, and it was still a 1-point Chiefs lead at 13-12. That's when Patrick Mahomes led his team down the field on an 81-yard drive of his own, and he proved that he had a little bit of magic in him as well.
Mahomes in the gun, receivers in tight. He gets the knee-high shotgun snap, and he's grabbed, and he throws as he's being tackled, and it was caught in the end zone by Kelce. What a grab by Kelce, but what a play by Mahomes. 11-yard touchdown pass as he was being dragged from behind and threaded the needle, and there he found the belt buckle of Kelce, who catches it 5 yards deep in the middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Absolutely nuts. Patrick Mahomes was on his way down, taken down by his ankles, falling forward, but he found Travis Kelce for the touchdown. Harrison Butker's extra point made it an 8-point ball game. The Chiefs from there played defense. They got themselves another field goal, ultimately stepped out of the end zone late for an intentional safety. They win the game by a score of 23-14. That means that Kansas City is going back to the AFC Championship game for a 7th straight time. And after the ball game was done, Patrick Mahomes, who threw for 177 yards in the game, talked about the performance of his longtime favorite receiver.
It's real. It's big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games, and that's just how simple it is. And he's one of those guys. He doesn't let the moment be bigger than what it is. He just goes out there and execute at a high level, just like he does in the regular season. He just does that a little bit higher intensity.
On the other side, for the Houston Texans, the season comes to an end. Kind of head-scratching for them. They outgained the Chiefs 336-212 on the day. They outran them 149-50 yards. But their head coach, D'Amico Ryan, says even with all of that, they've got to be better.
It's where we stand right now. Like, we have to be better. Obviously, we're not good enough to beat a really good football team, right? So when we can do the things we need to do consistently and all the time, that's when we'll be able to, come here and be in this spot and win a football game. But unfortunately, we still got things to clean up of our own.
Win number 300 in the career of Andy Reid. And once again, Championship Sunday will take place at Arrowhead Stadium next week. And Chiefs will be taking on the winner of tomorrow night's game between the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. Back to where we are right now. Our halftime score in Detroit, Washington 31, Detroit 21. This is Westwood One's coverage of the NFL playoffs.
Right along as SiriusXM NFL Radio hits the road. It all starts at the Senior Bowl, checking out the future stars of the NFL.
That's a great read by Jackson Dart.
Then off to Orlando, Florida for the Pro Bowl games.
Caught! Jamar Chase with a touchdown!
Yeah. And finally, a stop in New Orleans for coverage all week through Super Bowl 59.
We actually did what we said we were going to do, and I couldn't be more happy for my guys.
Nobody covers the National Football League like SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88.
The clock's going to run out. The ultimate upset has happened.
The countdown is up.
Yes!
For the craziest.
Oh my goodness.
Surprising. Most unpredictable tournament in all of sports.
Long three for the win. Banks at home. Banks at home.
Get ready from the first four to the final four.
Let's go. Let's go.
March Madness lives on SiriusXM.
Yes!
I mean, I could talk forever. Gift of the gab, baby.
This is Mad Dog Sports Radio, featuring the one and only Christopher Mad Dog Russo.
Could you imagine if that kind of thing happened today? I'd be screaming for months.
He's loud.
They won championships.
He's passionate.
Ratings, advertising, it's all a cesspool. You're not going to change it.
And he's talking football with you.
That's a football team.
It's Mad Dog Unleashed.
Anybody you ask knows I'm 100% right.
Weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern on Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel
82.
Catch the best basketball coverage on SiriusXM NBA Radio, Channel 86.
Jaylen Brown drives, bounce pass to the corner. Tatum drives baseline, strong two-hand play.
Every day we bring you the latest headlines, expert analysis, and exclusive interviews with the players, coaches, and legends of the game.
We're now joined by best Laker of all time. It's Magic Johnson.
Nick Nurse, head coach of the Philadelphia 76ers, joins us.
Plus, catch live play-by-play action you won't hear anywhere else. Tune in on NBA Radio, Channel 86, or the SiriusXM app.
Welcome back to the NFL playoffs on Westwood One from the Progressive Insurance Studios. I'm Scott Graham. Your small business keeps you on the go. Progressive Commercial Insurance keeps your policy within reach with our easy-to-use mobile app. Learn more at progressive.com. 10-point game at halftime here in the second of our doubleheader in divisional round weekend. Tomorrow we've got two more. The L.A. Rams taking on the Philadelphia Eagles in Philadelphia. That will be followed by the battle between Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen, the Baltimore Ravens at the Buffalo Bills. Our doubleheader coverage tomorrow begins at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time on most of these same stations. The NFL Playoff Halftime Report on Westwood One has been sponsored by Wendy's. Freshen up your morning with Wendy's breakfast, like a breakfast Baconator. Ready for a fresh wake-up call? Gotta be Wendy's at participating U.S. Wendy's. I want you to sit back, relax, and enjoy. If you're driving, turn the volume up. If you're not, grab some extra popcorn. This has all the makings of a second-half classic. Our halftime score, Washington 31, Detroit 21. When we return, Kevin Kugler, Mike Mayock will have the second-half kickoff. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
Hey, football fans, with BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms, 21 years of age and older. This U.S. promotional offer not available in Mississippi, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 8778-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Flex Premium Athleisure is softness that plays hard. From the couch to the gym to the office and beyond, Flex gives you premium comfort and style that keeps up with anything without costing everything. Now take an extra 15% off Flex at Kohl's. Whether you're chasing the ball or chasing the kids, life's a workout. Flex with it. Exclusively at Kohl's. 15% off valid through January 20th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Shop can't miss deals going on now during Pro Savings Days at Lowe's. For a limited time, get a free adjustable stand when you buy a DeWalt 12-inch miter saw. That's a $229 value. Plus, save $680 on a Midea 4-piece kitchen appliance suite. Now just $17.96. Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Valid 1/13 through 1/24. Cannot be combined with additional discounts while supplies last. See store or Lowe's.com for more details and qualifying items.
Washington 31, Detroit 21 as we get ready for the second half here at Ford Field in Detroit with Mike Mayock and Laura Oakman on the field. I'm Kevin Kugler. Let's check the halftime stats. Sponsored by Indeed. You don't need a job site, you need a hiring platform. Indeed lets you schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from one place. Start at Indeed.com/credit. How about 621 yards of combined offense and 72 combined offensive plays in the first half? Washington is averaging 8 yards per play. Detroit 9.4 yards per play. Turnovers, maybe the biggest statistic of all. 3 for Detroit, none for Washington. Jaden Daniels, the first rookie quarterback with 2 pass touchdowns or more in multiple playoff games. 242 yards, 2 scores, a QB rating of 137.4. His favorite receiver, De'Ami Brown, 4 catches, 96 yards. Terry McLaurin, 3 catches, 75 yards and a score. Jahmyr Gibbs leading the way with 96 yards rushing and a touchdown for the Lions. Jamison Williams, 61-yard touchdown on the reverse. Jared Goff, 11 of 17, 150 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 3 catches, 52 yards in that first half. But the Lions are going to be on defense to start the second half as the Washington Commanders won the toss and elected to defer. Before the kickoff, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for the NFL playoffs and Super Bowl 59.
Interact with our stable of former players, coaches, and executives all day long on SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
It's time for the start of the second half, sponsored by GoodRx. For simple, smart savings on your prescriptions, go to GoodRx.com or download the free GoodRx app. A second half to define an off-season coming up. A second half that could define a city in the case of Detroit. The Lions have been waiting the entirety of the year for this. They thought this was the year for that natural next step, to break through and finally get to the Super Bowl. Washington has their own ideas, and they're going to have the football to start this second half as Jake Bates will kick it off from our left to our right, and the kickoff into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Jaden Daniels out to the 30-yard line. First down and 10 for Washington.
I would just, for all you Washington fans that think this thing's wrapped up, Detroit quarterback Jared Goff threw 5 interceptions against Houston and still came back with 2 late drives to beat them 26-23. He's turned the ball over 3 times in the first half, 2 interceptions and a fumble. It'll be really intriguing to see how he reacts to an adverse first half.
Washington moving from our right to our left. Along the right hash is Daniels in the shotgun. Gets the shotgun snap and the handoff to a Robinson who goes up the middle through a hole across the 40 and down to the 44-yard line. Kirby Joseph with the tackle, but a 14-yard burst on first down.
And just to give you an idea, defensively with Detroit, I mean, Brian Robinson last week had 10 carries for 16 yards. Okay? What's he have right now? 6 carries for 49. 8 yards a carry. This Detroit defense is more reminiscent of weeks 14 to 17 when they were the worst defense in the league.
First down and 10 at the 44-yard line. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Fakes the give. He'll keep it, and he's dropped for a loss at the 41. Brian Branch coming up from the secondary, and he tackles Daniels back near the 42.
Brian Branch and Kirby Joseph, the two safeties, are outstanding in this defense. But, I referenced weeks 14 to 17. They gave up 32 points a game, 429 yards a game. They had so many guys on IR. Right now they've got 3 key defenders on IR, but they've got to play a lot better than this.
Second down and 12 at the 42. From the shotgun, Daniels on the left hash. They'll send Ertz in motion from right to left. Shotgun snap, pressure up the middle. Daniels gets away from Campbell on the run, and he's caught from behind as he gets a yard out to the 43-yard line. Campbell in there untouched. Josh Paschal caught up to Daniels and brought him down. A little pushing and shoving after the play before 3rd and 11.
Even though they didn't make much, if anything, right there, that should have been a 6 or 7 yard sack by Campbell. He made 2 or 3 other guys miss just to get in the open field and get tackled and make it 3rd and 11 instead of 3rd and 18.
Empty backfield, shotgun snap, Lions rush 5. Flag down as he throws over the middle, and it's incomplete. At the 40-yard line, he wanted a sliding De'Ami Brown. There is a flag down at the line of scrimmage.
Illegal shift by the offense. The offense did not get set after the shift. That penalty is declined. It's 4th down.
And it's exactly what the Lions wanted out of their defense to start this second half, Mike Mayock. They get the stop and they force a Tressway punt.
3rd and 11. Terrion Arnold, their first-round pick this year, the corner out of Alabama, really tight coverage on a dig route, and one of the few poorly thrown balls by quarterback Jaden Daniels.
Tressway to punt. Khalif Raymond, who had a 90-yard punt return for a touchdown here against the Titans in Week 8, stands with his toes on the 8-yard line. Left-footed putter away. Sends us high into the air. Raymond will watch it bounce at the 3. It checks up. Takes a little bit of a Lions roll, but it's going to be down near the 10-yard line. Good check by Way. Good punt by Way. Lions start at the 9. First down and 10 when we return. They trail 31-21 with 12:53 to play in the 3rd. This is Westwood One's coverage of the NFL playoffs.
Basketball season is heating up on NBA radio.
This is a clinic by LeBron.
We break down the latest news every day.
Overrated? Do you watch the guy play? He's unstoppable.
And bring you the best games every night.
Right corner Mitchell. 3 ball. Bullseye!
And in just a few weeks, hear wall-to-wall coverage of 2025 All-Star Weekend in San Francisco. Only on Sirius XM NBA Radio, Channel 86 in the car, and the Sirius XM app.
I'm going to win the Royal Rumble.
Busted Open is hitting the road for coverage of the 2025 Royal Rumble. Live from Indianapolis. Join Dave LaGreca as he previews this big event and sits down with the top stars in the WWE.
Royal Rumble, you're next on the list.
The road to WrestleMania starts at the Royal Rumble, and Busted Open will be there live for it all. Only on Sirius XM Fight Nation, Channel 156, and the Sirius XM app.
It's soccer's most thrilling league.
Only the Premier League can make you feel like this.
And now every match is on the Sirius XM app.
Can you believe it?
From the title race.
This is remarkable. Keeps this title charge on track, surely.
To the relegation fight.
The impossible may still be possible.
Hear every English Premier League match on the Sirius XM app and talk about all the EPL drama on Sirius XM FC 157 and the Sirius XM app.
Daytona is so unique. We have a expectation of what we expect of ourselves.
The Great American Race is underway.
Awesome. We want to win that race so bad. I know how heartbreaking that place can be.
The entire pack is collected.
I know how amazing that place can be.
Are you kidding me?
I'm ready to go. We know what we're capable of.
Daytona is coming. The Daytona 500, Sunday, February 16th at 1:30 p.m. Eastern.
Sirius XM NASCAR Radio.
Channel 9 and on the Sirius XM app.
Back at Ford Field, Washington leading 31-21 over Detroit in the NFL Divisional Playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax. before the Lions get started from the 9-yard line. Laura Oakman on the sidelines. Laura, you had a chance to catch up with Dan Quinn at halftime.
He told me 2 super explosive offense, just throwing haymaker after haymaker. Said, we came into this night thinking this one was going to take all night, and that's what we're preparing for. He told the team the longer it goes, the better it is for us. Offensively, stay attacking, be aggressive. They're going to have to do that without Sam Cosmi. He's been ruled out. Defensively, balls alive. Go for more turnovers, stay attacking.
David Montgomery on the carry on first down for the Lions, bouncing off contact, shedding tacklers up the sideline, and Montgomery turned what should have been a 2-yard loss into an 11-yard gain out to the 20-yard line where it's a first down. And speaking of these Lions and the first down, Laura Oakman, what'd you find out about the Lions from the first half?
Dan Campbell emphasizing tackle, tackle, tackle. Turnovers have killed us. What we need to do is get a stop, score a touchdown, get another stop, and now it's a 1-score game. They just got the stop. Let's see if they can turn it into a 1-score game.
See if they can march it down the field. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Play action fake. Goff will roll right. Sidearm throws incomplete. Laporta was the intended target. He was well covered, but there was pressure coming right at Jared Goff, and it looked like Javonte Jean-Baptiste was providing a little bit of that heat, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
You see who was covering him in the flat?
Deron Payne, I believe, the big guy.
Defensive tackle and Pro Bowler Deron Payne dropped into coverage and had the flat.
A mainstay in that lineup since 2019 for the Commanders. 2nd and 10 from the 20-yard line. It's Montgomery who gets the carry, trying to bounce it outside, then cuts it back to the left and is down near the 28-yard line. They'll mark it in between the 27 and 28, but that knee must be feeling okay, Mike, because that was a pretty stern cut back to his left.
Yeah, Dan Campbell calls him the tone setter of this entire offense. And if you look at the Washington defense against the run, 50% of their runs are over 4, that they allow is over 4 yards. They were the 5th most 10-plus yard rush games and the 5th most at 20-plus. So there's a lot of room to run the ball against this Washington defense.
3rd down and 2 at the 28. We've seen Montgomery this entire way. And on 3rd and 2, it's Montgomery again, but pressure in the backfield. The flag is down, and so is Montgomery. Back at the 25-yard line, Frankie Louvu got penetration, and there was nowhere for Montgomery to go.
Louvu, who's usually an off-the-ball inside linebacker.
Personal foul, face mask. Defense, number 6. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
Number 6 is Dante Fowler. Louvu stopped the play and then pushed it out, and Fowler, did he get the face mask or did he get the shoulder pad? I don't know that he got the face mask.
I saw the shoulder pad the whole way. I don't see a hand on the face mask at all. That's just a flat-out bad call.
Boy, a huge break. It would have been punt time for the Lions.
That's the difference in a turnover. Right there. Right there.
So now 1st down and 10 at the 43-yard line. Along the right hash, Goff in the shotgun. Jahmyr Gibbs in. He'll get the carry. Bouncing to the left side, strung out toward the sideline and strung out very nicely. He'll lose a yard back to the 42. Noah Igbenogany, the last Commander there, but Mike, there were 4 or 5 that helped push that to the far sideline.
Yeah, and I think at halftime, Dan Quinn's with his adjustments and conversations, you have to say, look, Gibbs had 12 touches for 134 yards in the first half, both in the run and the pass game, and we've got to slow him down. We've got to have an alert on him. Good job on that last snap.
2nd down and 11. Goff will go under center from the 42. Gibbs the single back. Williams to the left. St. Brown to the right. The handoff to Gibbs, trying to bounce it to the outside, and Gibbs is yanked down by the undershirt.
Yep.
That undershirt was yanked longer than the run. Dante Fowler had the undershirt, and it looked like it's not the days of the tearaway jerseys anymore, Mike, because that thing hung on for dear life.
Dante Fowler, he's their leading sack guy. 10.5 sacks, been in the league for a while. Bobby Wagner was in also, another 34-year-old with 13 years. Starting to see the Washington veterans are the ones making plays here.
3rd down and 10 from the 43. Goff from the shotgun, throws over the middle. Catch is made. St. Brown breaks a tackle at the 45. Inside the Washington 40. And a first down to the 38-yard line of the Commanders. Marshawn Lattimore finally able to catch up with Amon-Ra St. Brown 19 yards later and a big third down conversion for Detroit.
I love where he threw this football because St. Brown ran what I call a squat route. It was against zone. He squats about 6 or 7 yards deep, turns around and looks for the ball. There was an inside linebacker leveraged from the inside out. He threw it to the outside, led him away from the linebacker, and that's why you got the run after the catch.
First down and 10 at the 38-yard line of Washington. Lions down 31-21. Play action fake. Goff steps up in the pocket, throws low and short, incomplete. He had to get rid of it to Gibbs. There was pressure coming from Jonathan Allen, and as Allen got to Goff, started to knock him down, and that ball ends up low and incomplete.
Yeah, you called it correctly. Climbed the pocket. I think when people start getting around his body, that's when most quarterbacks, but where Jared Goff loses some of his accuracy. I mentioned I did an interception reel on him, and most of those picks were with people draped on him and him trying to force the ball.
Second down and 10 at the Commanders' 38-yard line. From the shotgun, Goff will throw. Pressure up the middle, sets up the screen. It's Gibbs waiting for his blockers at the 35, spins at the 30, and calls forward for a first down near the 26-yard line. John Baptiste finished him off, but he picks up 12. So impressive. He is just in his second year, Mike, but the way he waited for his blockers to get in front is really impressive.
His patience, remember earlier we talked about a jump cut in the hole and he bounced it. His patience for a young back is rare. His physical traits are rare. His ability in the pass game is rare. And everybody was killing him for taking a running back that high in that draft. Guess what? Detroit got the last laugh on that one.
Yeah, those critics haven't been heard from for a while. First down and 10 at the 27. Toss play Montgomery, and then he shovels it forward to St. Brown. Up the middle to the 15. Inside the 10 and down at the 7. First and goal, Detroit. The shovel pass from David Montgomery. And a first down.
That looked like -4 because Goff just takes it and tosses it to Montgomery, and then he flips it inside to Amon St. Brown. What a creative play on the misdirection. Love it.
20 yards later, it's first and goal from the 7-yard line. Gibbs is the single back. 31-21 Washington, but the Lions have marched it down the field. First and goal at the 7. Goff turns, Gibbs to Gibbs, trying to bounce it to the outside, and down he goes. Around the ankles, he was being pulled down by Lattimore, and when he spun, Frankie Louvu slammed a brick wall into his face, and he went down like he collided with an oak tree.
Yeah, I thought he might lose the football there. He got hit as he was spinning back to the front, and the ball almost came. I thought the ball might come out, and it didn't.
Crowd looking at the monitor, the big screen, they think there should have been a face mask on Dante Fowler.
Well, they ought to shut up because they got a break on that first one.
Second and goal from the 8. Handoff Gibbs up the middle inside the 5 to the 2 to the 1. Powers for a touchdown. Second rushing touchdown of the night for Jahmyr Gibbs as he goes over 100 yards rushing. And the Lions within 4, 31-27.
Outstanding drive. They finish it off from the 8-yard line with a split zone. Great job by the left guard in the center. That's Graham Glasgow and Frank Ragnow, two old pros. They just pushed the line of scrimmage. One cut by the running back, dropped his pad level, finished with physicality.
What did Laura Oakman report about Dan Campbell? They wanted to stop. They wanted to get it to a one-score game. 11 plays and 91 yards later, they did just that. 6:57 to go in the third. Washington 31, Detroit 28. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood 1.
Mayday. We've been compromised. The pilot's a hitman.
I knew you were going to be fun.
This Friday.
Tell me how to fly this thing.
Mark Wahlberg. You know what the difference between me and you is? You're going to die.
Don't shoot him, we need him.
Y'all need a pilot?
Flight Risk. Rated R.
Sponsored by Lionsgate.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on annual retirement contributions. With Robinhood Gold, the perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold at $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
It's football season, and now you can get anything you need for game day delivered with Uber Eats. Well, almost anything. You can't get a running back, but baby back ribs? Yes. Uber Eats, official on-demand food delivery partner of the NFL.
31-28, Washington, 6:57 to play in the third quarter. Let's check tonight's health report, sponsored by the Farmer's Dog. Fresh food for dogs delivered right to your door in pre-portioned packs. Get 50% off your first box of fresh, healthy food at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. David Montgomery coming back tonight after tearing the MCL in his right knee on December 15th. He opted for no surgery, came back to be here, and for more, we go down to Laura Oakman.
This is a physical and mental health story. David told me he was angry all the time. We saw that in Chicago, which worked for football until it didn't. He said he had no joy playing or living. He was angry, depressed, and lonely because he isolated himself. Two things changed everything. Having a son and not wanting to pass on his own childhood trauma, he had a lot, which led him to therapy. David said, I learned the problem wasn't everyone else. It was me not facing my trauma. I learned where I'm from is not who I am. After years of not talking about it, David told me he doesn't stop now, hoping his story helps even one person.
Now, he is an inspiration for a variety of reasons, and he's part of a great running back duo here in Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, his running back, made over 100 yards with 2 touchdowns as the kickoff goes through the end zone for a touchback. And now the onus falls and the pressure falls a little bit more, Mike Mayock, on the rookie quarterback, Jaden Daniels. What's the answer for Washington?
I don't think the kid ever will flinch. Nothing's been too big for him so far. I don't think it will be. I think you just keep grinding. They've been able to run the football. I don't think anything should change offensively for them in this series compared to what they did in the first half.
First down and 10 from the 30-yard line. Bates in motion. Daniels under pressure, flushed, rolls to the right. He's going to run, and out of bounds he goes. Just a 1-yard scramble to the 31-yard line. The first face he saw was that of Brian Branch, who put a cape on, was flying at him in the backfield.
Brian Branch was playing safety earlier in the year when Amik Robertson played nickel. They ended up, because of all kinds of injuries on that defense, especially in the defensive backfield, they've had to switch things around. Branch is back to nickel and playing at a really high level.
Amik Robertson, if you're joining us late, out for the game with an elbow injury early in this one. Second down and 9 for the Commanders at their 31. Moving from our right to our left. Daniels under pressure, flushed, on the run. Daniels to the 35. Scampers across the 40 and a first down to the 45. He outran Brian Branch.
Look,
Branch had the edge, and he outraced him to the edge.
Remember earlier we said, how fast is he? And what's the answer? The answer is as fast as he needs to be. That was the quickest I saw him move. Sprint right. They had a blitz from the backside. He ran away from Branch. He ran away from Campbell. He got the first down, and it's really hard to get a significant hit on him.
And there's another injured member of the Lions secondary. Efatu Melifonwu is being tended to by the athletic training staff. Maurice Norris, the rookie from Fresno State, is basically the only other guy you've got at a safety position.
They're so beat up on the back end, so people understand when Amik Robertson went out of the game, it left Terrion Arnold and Kendall Vilder as the only corners on their roster. Why? Carlton Davis, their best corner, went out in week 15. Khalil Dorsey's on IR. Emmanuel Mosley's on NFI, which is non-football injury illness. I mean, they are so depleted on the back end, it has to take a huge toll. They've missed tackles. They've missed coverages. I'm not trying to give them excuses. You got to win a football game, but they're down to guys that aren't used to playing.
And at the same time, Brian Branch had some sort of an equipment problem with his shoe or with his ankle, the wrap around his ankle. He's on the sideline now.
Oh,
First down and 10 for Washington at their 45-yard line.
Yeah, and the rookie, as you said, Maurice Norris, is in at free safety.
Motion and the handoff to Robinson, bouncing to the right side. A flag is down in the backfield. Jaden Daniels got hit as he handed it off and peeled away. Daniels got hit, and then flags dropped.
Yeah, it was Josh Pascal.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Defense number 93. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Wow, and it was helmet to helmet on top of it all. It was a give on the zone read. Pascal wanted him to pay for it. You could hit the quarterback a little bit if you're worried about whether he has the ball or not, but you can't lead with your helmet.
And that gives Washington 15 more yards. Wow. 3 turnovers, 3 mistakes for the Lions on that side of the ball. Big penalty here and a mistake for the Lions on defense. And Washington now set up at the 35-yard line of Detroit. Brian Branch back on the field for the Lions in the secondary. From the pistol formation, 3 receivers left of the line. On the right hash, Daniels will creep up toward the line. Letting his offensive line know what's going on. He backpedals along the right hash. Shifts Robinson to his left. Stomps his left foot, gets the shotgun snap, the hand to Robinson, sweeps the right side with blockers in front, and Robinson bouncing off tackles and out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Alex Anzalone couldn't wrap him up, and Robinson picks up 7. Along with Mike Mayock and Laura Oakman, I'm Kevin Kugler here on Westwood One. You're listening to the NFL Divisional Playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax. Washington 31, Detroit 28. 4:50 to play in the third, and the Commanders on the move at the Lions' 28-yard line.
It was just an old-fashioned Green Bay sweep. They're really running the football well.
Second down and 3 from the 28 of Detroit. And another handoff. Robinson up the middle, close to the first down. Levi Onwuzurike yanking him down just shy by about a half a yard at the 25-yard line. It'll bring up third down and about a football length. Dan Quinn, you know, is not looking at this as 1 down territory, but 2 down territory. They're 2 for 6 on third tonight. They line up in the shotgun on 3rd and 1. Shotgun snap Daniels, handoff Robinson over the right side, and he's close to the first down. Did he get the first down? Initial spot would indicate yes.
Yep.
And it is a first down for Washington.
Another good methodical Washington drive. They've made some big plays, some chunk plays in this game, but when they haven't had the big chunk plays, it's either been Jaden Daniels winning with his legs, which he's done twice on this particular drive, or Brian Robinson, who's got 10 carries for 65 yards. The run game has been there all night.
First down and 10, just inside the 25 of the Lions. Motion out. Wide right, Brown. Daniels sprints out, throws to Brown on the right side. He fumbles the football out of bounds, and he fumbles it out near the 22-yard line. Branch and Campbell combined to jar it loose. They will back up to where the ball was fumbled, which was the 25-yard line. It's a loss of 1, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, bubble screen out to Brown, and Zach Ertz, the tight end, missed the block, so 2 guys attacked the ball. Diami Brown better be careful. He can't put that ball on the carpet.
2nd down and 11 at the 25. Commanders up 3, late 3rd quarter. Jaden Daniels along the right hash in the shotgun. Austin Eckler in motion from left to right. Fake the give to Eckler. Daniels will swing it to Eckler on the right sideline, makes a man miss, and then Eckler fights his way down inside the 20 to the 19. Arnold had him one-on-one on the edge, and Eckler just flat out shook the rookie.
Look, a lot of missed tackles by Detroit in this game. Laura talked about it after her interview with Dan Campbell. Got to tackle better. In the flat, Eckler makes Terrion Arnold miss and picks up 8 extra yards. Not good.
So
not good ball.
3rd and 5 at the 19. Call it 3rd and 6. This is a 3rd and 6. They need the 14 for the first down. Eckler motioning out to the left side. Daniels in the shotgun. Zacchaeus motioning now from right to left. Daniels to throw on 3rd down. Pressure comes, throws on a cross. It's Brown. Makes the catch, but he's short of the first down. No, they say he did not go down on the turf. He got up and kept running. Branch brought him down, but he spun over the top of Branch and he's down at the 5 where it's 1st and goal, and Branch is still down on the turf.
And they're going to get up on the ball real quickly because he was down. This ball should come back.
Come out of the field for an injured player.
Well, the crowd is booing right now. Branch being down helps Detroit.
I don't want to say this, but I think Branch stayed down for a reason. He knew that they were sprinting up to the football, and if he stayed down, this ball would come back. Brown his hip was clearly down.
After replay assist, the runner was down by contact at the 16-yard line. Down by contact at the 16-yard line. He 4th down.
Which, by the way, does set up a 4th and 2 now. A good tackle by Branch stops them short of 1st down yardage, and while they tend to Branch, a timeout in Detroit. Critical 4th and 2 coming up. 1:53 to play in the 3rd. Washington 31, Detroit 28. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
In a world that moves a million miles a second, Haagen-Dazs invites you to slow down and savor every delicious bite. Take it one almond at a time with the Haagen-Dazs Vanilla Milk Chocolate Almond Bar. Madagascar vanilla, rich milk chocolate, and toasted California almonds make this unmatched icon legendary. Whatever Dazs you savor, a snack bar or your favorite flavor, say goodbye to the fast life and hello to savoring the finest ingredients and the richest and creamiest ice cream. That's Dazs, available at retailers nationwide.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Welcome to NFL Flag. In this game, there's a position for everyone. No matter who you are.
Let's go! Show what you got!
Lace up your cleats, smear on your eye black, step out on the field, and start having fun. This is flag football, and this game is our game. Visit NFL.com to find a league and get playing today.
1, 2, 3, let's play!
Enter a brave new world with America's #1 brand of shaving cream, Barbasol. Gear up with Barbasol Collector's Cans, featuring Marvel Studios' Captain America Brave New World. Because superhero confidence starts with a great shave.
You want me? Come and get me!
Barbasol limited edition cans in stores now. Collect them all before they're gone. And see Marvel Studios' Captain America Brave New World, only in theaters February 14th. This film is not yet rated.
Kevin Kugler and Mike Mayock here in the Grainger broadcast booth in Detroit. Game changers count on Grainger for professional-grade products, fast delivery, and free technical support. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by to get what you need. Brian Branch on his way to the locker room for Detroit. Washington, after the replay overturn, 4th and 2 at the 16. No surprise, they'll go for it. On the right hash, Daniels under center. Robinson the single back. 4th down and 2. Zacchaeus in motion toward the line. Daniels under center, turns, play action. He rolls to the right. Daniels on the run, and he'll go out of bounds with a 1st down. The fake and the bootleg right designed to get him the 1st, and he did just that at the 13.
He was 15 for 17 on 4th down in the regular season, both with his legs and his arm combined to get the 4th down conversion. Naked bootleg, and they went after the rookie. Okay, Terrion Arnold, who bit on the play-action fake just enough for Jaden to get just outside of him, get the 1st down, and get out of bounds.
1st down and 10 at the Lions' 13-yard line. Eckler motioning out of the backfield towards the right, emptying it out. Now he'll motion back the other way, flip to Eckler, sweeping left side. Eckler to the 10 and caught from behind as he slowed up a bit down to the 6-yard line. Josh Paschal tracked him down. 7-yard gain on the play, 2nd and short, inside the 7.
And Biotic really slow to get up. That's a guy they can't lose. Free agent they signed at center from Dallas.
Lions will run a substitution on late. On 2nd and 3 from the 6. 12th play of this Washington drive. 33 seconds left, 3rd quarter. along the left hash with two receivers right, single wide left, shotgun snap, handoff Eckler over the right side, and Eckler down at the 5. 3rd down and 2, and that might be the final play of this third quarter. Washington is certainly in no rush to snap it again with a 31-28 lead as they start the walk to the far end of the field. Dan Quinn nodding his head as his team walks by on their way to the start of the fourth quarter. At the end of 3, Washington looking for a major playoff upset, leading 31-28 over the top seed in the NFC, the Detroit Lions. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
Now Taxes is 100% free when you file in the TurboTax app if you didn't file with us last year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, just do your own taxes in the app by 2/18.
What if I have lots of forms?
All good, all 100% free.
What if I had 3 jobs?
Still 100% free.
What if I once saw Bigfoot?
That has nothing to do with taxes, so still 100% free.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Now this is taxes. See if you qualify in the TurboTax app. Excludes TurboTax Live, must start and file in app by 2/18.
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Whether you're ordering wings for the game, whipping up a 7-layer dip, or ordering pizza, there's something about football that makes you want to eat. And this football season, Uber Eats has the best deals on game day food. No matter what you're craving, from 2-for-1 pizza to buy one, get one wings, Uber Eats will be dropping new deals each week, all season long. Uber Eats, official on-demand delivery partner of the NFL. Order now. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Tonight's broadcast of the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One is sponsored in part by the official NFL app, by Grainger, by Indeed.com, by Barbasol Shaving Cream, by Progressive Insurance, and by BetMGM, the official odds provider for Westwood One. Please gamble responsibly. A city that has waited a year for the opportunity to go back to the NFC title game. But first, they've got to figure out a way to beat the Washington Commanders, who were unaware that this was to be a coronation of the number 1 team in the NFC. The Lions trail 31-28. 15 minutes to go in the divisional playoffs, and Washington with a 3rd and 2 at the Detroit 5. With Mike Mayock, Laura Oakman, our entire Westwood One crew, I'm Kevin Kugler. Welcome to the fourth quarter in the divisional round.
Kevin, you got to believe Jaden Daniels is going to have a hand in this as well as 4th down if there is one.
3rd and 2 at the 5. He'll shift out of the pistol, move Robinson to his right. On 3rd down and 2, shotgun snap. Daniels fakes the give, throws it to Ertz on the right side, and he'll go nowhere. Washington was ready. He sprinted out, and Terrion Arnold, who's been burned a couple of times tonight, Mike, the rookie up to the challenge there, makes a good tackle on Ertz, and it's 4th and 2.
Excellent job by the rookie, playing zone, came from inside out. Classic tackle in the flat. Ertz is a big guy, but he's not going to make you miss in the open field. Really good tackle. Huge play, another 4th down.
And 2 from the 5. Deafening in Detroit. McLaurin and Brown to the left of the line. Daniels along the right hash in the gun. And flags fly. Delay of game. Play clock at 0.
12 players on defense with the offense in formation and the snap imminent. The penalty is half the distance to the goal. The yardage is enough for a 1st down.
Oh, my goodness. That play clock was at 0, but the Lions had 12 on the field, and it's 1st and goal, Washington.
That's almost unfathomable at this point in the season with situational football, how good they've been. The Lions sideline was screaming to get a guy off the field, and they didn't get it done.
First down and goal now at the 2. Out of the shotgun, hand to Robinson to the goal line. Did he get the ball across? No. Down inside the 1, and it's 2nd and goal. We stood up here and we watched that play clock hit 0. The flags flew, but then they counted and there were 12 on the field. Oh my. 2nd and goal inside the 1. Robinson to the left of Daniels. 3 receivers right from the shotgun. Daniels gets the snap. The give to Robinson. Up the middle. Into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. And the 2nd time tonight that Brian Robinson has scored. It's now 37-28 Commanders.
15-play drive. All of a sudden, it's a lot easier to hear yourself in this stadium. They've quieted the crowd. 15-play drive.
It's been 32 seasons since the Washington Commanders were in the NFC title game. They are 13 minutes and 29 seconds from a long-awaited return as the extra point is good, and it's 38-28 Washington. 8:28 off the clock on a 15-play, 70-yard drive. 12 men on the field, a critical error that helped keep it going. 38-28 Washington. This is Westwood One's coverage of the NFL playoffs.
It's the NFL Playoff Divisional Round on Sirius XM. Tomorrow at 3 Eastern, the Rams visit Saquon Barkley and the Eagles.
He's going to go again. Touchdown, Saquon Barkley.
Then at 6:30 Eastern, Lamar Jackson's Ravens visit Josh Allen and the Bills.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
Find your game at SiriusXM.com/NFL schedule or search for the teams on the SiriusXM app. And after the games, get instant analysis on NFL Radio, Channel 88.
The College Football Playoff National Championship is here, and SiriusXM College Sports Radio brings you closer to the game.
He caught it!
All weekend long, SiriusXM Channel 84 is your home for wall-to-wall coverage of Notre Dame versus Ohio State.
Got it to the 4 and into the end zone.
Hear expert analysis, exclusive interviews, and updates live from Atlanta. We've got everything a college football fan needs. Listen exclusively on College Sports Radio, Channel 84, and stream anytime on the SiriusXM app.
Basketball season is heating up on NBA Radio.
This is a clinic by LeBron.
We break down the latest news every day.
Overrated? Do you watch the guy play? He's unstoppable.
And bring you the best games every night.
Right corner Mitchell. 3-ball. Bullseye!
And in just a few weeks, hear wall-to-wall coverage of 2025 All-Star Weekend in San Francisco. Only on SiriusXM NBA Radio, Channel 86 in the car, and the SiriusXM app.
Hear the biggest stars in golf compete in the game's newest competition. TGL, presented by SoFi, is on SiriusXM PGA Tour Radio.
It's on its way. He has made it. It's a birdie.
The action continues this Tuesday when Ricky Fowler's New York Golf Club take on Justin Thomas in the Atlanta Drive at 7 p.m. Eastern. Your exclusive radio home for TGL, presented by SoFi, is SiriusXM PGA Tour Radio, Channel 92 in the car and on the SiriusXM app.
Don't miss all the excitement of the divisional round of the NFL playoffs tomorrow on CBS when the Baltimore Ravens take on the Buffalo Bills. Of course, you can also hear that game right here on many of these same stations, on the NFL app or online at WestwoodOneSports.com. 13:29 remaining in the fourth quarter. Washington 38, Detroit 28. A quiet Ford Field, a pensive Ford Field. A nervous Ford Field. And a kickoff for Washington that'll be fielded a yard deep, and out they come. Khalif Raymond trying to make a play. Can't even get back to the 20-yard line. Snowed under near the 19 by Michael Walker as we check in with Laura Oakman on the field.
You just said a quiet, I literally feel like I'm talking too loud right now. It's so quiet down here. A quiet Ford Field is going to help the Commanders, right? Like I can hear everything they're saying right now. But also, Dan Quinn told them this week, play into when it's rocking in here. He said it's going to be deafening. So much noise, so much juice in that building. Soak it up like it's for us. Ride that wave. They have been wrapping their arms around this energy in this building all night long.
And now the Lions try to get a little bit of that energy back on their side. They hand off to Montgomery in a bruising run over the left side to the 24, a pickup of 5.
To Laura's point, I've always felt my whole life, even when I was a college player and a little bit in the NFL, I loved playing visiting stadiums with a lot of noise. And I think in the NFL, great players embrace that.
2nd down and 5. Motion from Laporta, left to right. Play action. Goff to throw. Over the middle. Caught by Patrick. Up the left side. Breaks a tackle at the 35. A stiff arm at the 40 and driven out of bounds near the 46-yard line. Good run after catch by Patrick, who picks up 22 in the Lions first.
Yeah, Patrick is a good-sized receiver that they use a lot to block. That time he caught a little squat route, gave the forearm to Frankie Louvu, and just kept rolling.
One of the great stories in the NFL. Missed all of last year with a torn Achilles. Missed 2022 with a torn ACL. Got into the end zone for the first time in years this year with the Lions. 1st down and 10 from the 46. They fake the toss, flip it to St. Brown, now to Williams, who wants to throw down the right sideline, and the pass is intercepted. It's picked off by Mike Sainristil at the 34-yard line. He wanted to throw it to Gibbs, and it's intercepted. There is a flag down on the other side of the field, the near side at the 48-yard line. Jared Goff has found out it's against the Lions, and he trudges to the sideline.
Ineligible player illegally downfield. Offense number 60. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is an interception. 1st down, Washington.
So Jamison Williams throws the 4th turnover of the night, the 3rd interception thrown by the Lions. And with 12:04 to go, Detroit is in a world of hurt at home.
And gadget plays are cool. And Dan Campbell does as good a job as anybody in the league. Jamison Williams is the 6th player on the Lions this year to throw a pass. Okay? And that was ill-advised. It never should have been thrown. And again, what did we talk about in their open? Major turnover differential. That's how Washington can win a game.
4th different player to throw a pass for Lions today. Intercepted.
Yep.
And it's 38-28 Washington.
Oh, I forgot about Bridgewater.
Yeah.
That gives me 7 on the year.
You're listening to the NFL playoffs on Westwood One.
At Verizon, anyone can trade in their old phone for a new one on us with Unlimited Ultimate. Which means everyone in your family could get a new phone and stay on your family plan, keeping you close.
Hey, Mom, you seen my toothbrush? Yeah, I'm almost done with that.
Maybe too close. Trade-in and additional terms apply. See Verizon.com for details.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling. Just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Whether you're tinkering in your garage or tackling big projects, if you know the value of working with your hands, you know Harbor Freight. And you can be confident knowing that at Harbor Freight, you can get quality tools at prices that work just as hard as you do. Because the only thing more satisfying than a job well done is a job well done, well under budget. Whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight.
The road to Super Bowl 59 continues tomorrow with the divisional playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax. Rams-Eagles followed by Ravens-Bills. Don't miss the divisional playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax. Visit watch.nfl.com for more details. That Rams-Eagles game could be to determine who hosts the NFC Championship if the score holds.
That is 100% correct, because if Washington wins this game as the number 6 seed, they travel.
1st down and 10 after the interception. Washington has it at their own 34-yard line. Austin Eckler in the backfield to the right of Jaden Daniels. The handoff to Eckler. Gaping hole over the left side to the 40. To midfield, he cuts back to the right at the 40. Spins out of a tackle at the 35 and is down near the Detroit 31-yard line. Brian Branch back off the injured list to finally catch up with him, but Austin Eckler gets 35 in the first.
That's just a simple inside zone, but they did it out of a formation where 2 wideouts were almost out of bounds to the left, 2 wideouts almost out of bounds to the right, forcing Detroit to spread wide, and then they run a little inside zone up inside.
That feeling of despair in the stadium is turning into desperation very quickly. First down and 10 at the 31. Eckler to the left of Daniels. Shotgun snap. Handoff Eckler left side and down to the 25-yard line. 6 more for Eckler as Josh Paschal makes the stop.
One back counter. They pull the right tackle. Wiley, he gets up in the hole on the linebacker. They're putting a textbook beating on this defense in the run game right now.
And they are wearing out this Lions injury-plagued defense. Already thin. They are struggling right now. 2nd and 5 at the 26. Commanders up 38-28 and looking for more. Fake the handoff. Daniels looking right. Now comes back to the left. Dancing back to the right. Now up the middle at the 25. Spins at the 22 and lunges to the 21. He needed the 21 for the first down. Did he get it with the lunge? Looks like it's 3rd down and about a half yard for Washington. Robinhood Gold gets you a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions. The new gold standard is here. Sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. He is not short. It is a first down at the 21-yard line of the Lions. Jaden Daniels. No rookie quarterback has ever made the Super Bowl. He's trying to get Washington one step away. Play clock at 2, play clock at 1, play clock at 0 for a long time, and there's the flag. Delay of game for sure this time.
By the offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Lions had the full complement of 11, not the extra this time, so back up Washington 5.
That's rare for Washington. One of the things I love about Dan Quinn is how much emphasis they put on situational football. He calls it winning moments. And they do it almost every day of the week. They hired a guy named Dave Gardy from the NFL office just to come in and work on them with referees, officiating, clock management, and situational football. And it shows. That's why they won 6 games when trailing or tied with 10 seconds or less left in the game.
First down and 15. Handoff up the middle to Jeremy McNichols, sifting his way through Lions, which is normally not a very safe thing to do. Picks up 3 as we go down to Laura Oakman.
I'm going to continue what Mike was just saying, because I asked Quan Martin, from Pee Wee to pro, when's the last time you had this much fun playing football? He said, I've never had this much fun playing football. Never been a part of a locker room, an entire building when everyone's bought into winning like this. Those the winning time moments Mike talked about, he said that bleeds over into the building, into those moments. He said nobody's ever tight. Everyone tells each other, I believe you, I believe in you on every down.
Quan Martin especially having fun tonight with a pick 6 in that first half. 2nd and 12. Daniels throws right side, caught by Ertz inside the 15, down at the 14. Looks to be about 2 yards short of a first down.
So the thing about situational football, and I'm a huge believer in it, is the coach can know all kinds of things, but if his players don't know it and understand it, it doesn't really matter. I played for a guy named Belichick, who might have been the best situational football coach in history, and both these coaches emphasize it as much as any 2 teams in the league.
3rd down and 2 at the 13. Just a giant play for this Lions defense. 3 receivers left, single wide right. Daniels throws on the slant. He threw it behind the slanting Terry McLaurin. A rare misfire by the rookie Jaden Daniels. It is 4th and 2. That offense, of course, stays out on the field for Washington in a 10-point game with 8:24 to go.
In the old days, this was a no-brainer, kick a field goal, go up 13, right? No, we got these new metrics. Cliff Kingsbury's going to send in a play, and they're going to let that quarterback figure it out.
They're 2 for 3 on 4th down tonight. 5 of 8 in the postseason. Shotgun snap. Daniels pressured, throws, caught at the 10, down to the 5, push forward all the way to the 2. Terry McLaurin pinballing off Lyons, and it's 1st and goal inside the 2-yard line.
Heavy pressure. Dan Quinn wants them to get in a huddle, slow it down. Heavy pressure, but they got a quick crossing route, anticipating man coverage. That's what they got. McLaurin rubbed them off of defenders and a couple of his own teammates. McLaurin wide open. Ball comes out. 1st down.
1st down and goal inside the 2. The ball placed just shy of the 1. 3 receivers left. The running back is Jeremy McNichols to the right of Jaden Daniels, who gets the shotgun snap, hands it to McNichols, tries to cut it left, powers his way toward the goal line, reaching the football out for a Commanders touchdown. The Washington Commanders put 6 more on the board and lead it 44-28 in a Motor City stunner.
He was lying on top of 2 or 3 bodies when he reached the ball over. And unless they have another angle that shows that any part of his body is down first, I think it's going to stand.
He had 4 rushing touchdowns in the regular season.
Yep.
This one may punch the ticket to the NFC Championship game for the Washington Commanders. Zane Gonzalez for the extra point. And it is good. And with 7:31 to go in the 4th, shocked Lions fans have started to head to the exits at Ford Field.
It's hard to believe.
45-28 Washington. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
And Doug. Limu wanted me to tell you to customize your car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. He says because we all like to save a buck. No, okay, he said with the extra cash, you can lease a new truck. Wait, he said he went to middle school with geese and ducks? Actually, I think Limu just said squawk.
Only pay for what you need at LibertyMutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Mom, meet Sarah.
From first-time Nana moments.
Welcome to Flight 101.
To annual girls trip moments. Your can't-miss moments are worth protecting against RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or diabetes, you're at higher risk of being hospitalized from RSV. And there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com.
So where should we go next?
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Mornings can all start to feel the same. It's wake up, brush your teeth, go to work. Wake up, brush your teeth, go to work every day. So if you're looking for a fresh wake-up call, look no further than Wendy's Breakfast. Try a breakfast Baconator with fresh cracked eggs or a grilled sausage breakfast burrito or maybe even a honey buddy. Doesn't matter what you go for, it's going to change your life. Okay, well, it'll at least freshen up your morning. Ready for a fresh wake-up call? Gotta be Wendy's. At participating U.S. Wendy's.
Kevin Kugler and Mike Mayock here in the Grainger broadcast booth in Detroit with Laura Oakman down on the sidelines. Draw up a winning play with Grainger. Offering supplies and solutions for every industry, Grainger will help your business cross the goal line. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Jaden Daniels, 279 yards passing and 2 touchdowns. But really the story of this game goes back to what Laura Oakman talked about at the top of the broadcast, the mentality shift by Dan Quinn in his second go-round as a head coach, the mentality to continue to just push the envelope and go for it. They're 3 for 4 tonight on 4th down, and another 4th down conversion on top of that thanks to a penalty against the Lions.
And it inflates their attitude, their aggressiveness. I mean, they were 87% conversion. That was best in the league in the regular season. And we just figured out, 6 for 9 in the 2 playoff games?
Yep.
I mean, and you can put most of that on number 5, but you got to give a big assist to the coaching staff for A, being aggressive, and B, having a plan.
Kickoff for the Commanders. 2 yards deep, and Reynolds will take a knee for the touchback. You can stream the NFL playoffs on Westwood One for free, sponsored by Pfizer. Hey, football fans, ready for RSV season? Check eligibility and schedule an RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com. 7:31 remaining in the fourth, and a 45-28 lead for the Washington Commanders.
I underestimated this team. I'm going to be the first one to put my hand. I watched a ton of tape. I did their game last week. I give them a ton of credit.
Off to throw on first down from a clean pocket, and he throws it in the dirt. Nobody open. Jahmyr Gibbs was in the area. That ball skips like a stone across the pond on the turf at Ford Field, and it's 2nd and 10.
You know, we've talked a lot about Dan Quinn and given him a lot of credit, as we should. But their general manager, first-time general manager, Adam Peters, he signed 6 starters in defense as free agents. Armstrong and Fowler on the front, Frankie Louvu and Bobby Wagner at linebacker, and Jeremy Chin and Lattimore and Benogany at the other side. I mean,
2nd down, Goff to throw, right side, catch made by Gibbs at the 35. A nice little move to get inside at the 40 and a first down before he's tripped up with a 42 by Bobby Wagner. And you really go to the top of this Washington organization. New owner, new general manager, new coach, new attitude, new philosophy, and it's showing up here tonight.
Completely different culture in that building.
1st down and 10 at the 42. Goff to throw, right sideline, diving catch made by Khalif Raymond at the Washington 45. Another first down, picks up 13, move the chains, clock running, 6:53 and counting here in the fourth. But the Lions down 17, 45-28.
They draft Jaden Daniels, number 2 overall. They draft Brandon Coleman in the 3rd round, their starting left tackle. They signed Tyler Biotic, the center, and Nick Allegretti. They signed Zach Ertz. That's how you go from 4 wins to 12 wins, along with a dynamic rookie quarterback.
And the chance to play perhaps for a trip to the Super Bowl next week. Shotgun snap to Goff. Has time, throws down the right sideline. Amon-Ra St. Brown with the catch. Takes a big hit from Jeremy Chin at the 25, but hangs on to the football. Pickup of 20 and a first down for Detroit.
Remember, if they can score, we're at 6-10 and counting here. If they can score, you can do onside kicks in fourth quarter when you're trailing.
Shotgun snap to Goff. Pocket collapsing, hit as he throws in the direction of St. Brown. It's incomplete. As we pause 10 seconds for station identification, this is Westwood One, your home for the NFL playoffs and Super Bowl 59.
Hear every game all season long with your hometown announcers on the SiriusXM app. With SiriusXM, wherever you are, your team plays here.
Washington 45, Detroit 28 in the NFL Divisional Playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax. 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line for the Lions. Goff gets the shotgun snap, throws right side, catch made at the 15, falling forward to the 12 as St. Brown picks up 13 and a first down. Lions hustle up to the line, 1st down and 10 at the Washington 12. Goff will come up and spike the football to stop the clock with 5:44 to go, down 45-28.
Interesting. That's a spike in a situation where I haven't seen it in a long time with 5 minutes and 44 seconds left in the game. I mean, you can get up over the line of scrimmage and keep rolling.
Instead, they
give yourself 4 shots at it instead of 3.
And you're now down to 2nd and 10 from the 12-yard line. Goff along the right hash, 3 receivers left, single wide to the right. Washington brings pressure. Goff will throw wide of Gibbs, who gets hit hard as the pass goes incomplete, wide of the target. Cleveland Ferrell providing some pressure right up the gut on Jared Goff, and now 3rd and 10. And you'd love to have that extra play back that you used clocking the football here already, 3rd down.
Yeah, and that actually, I think he threw that wide on purpose. Get the incomplete pass. It's because he wasn't going anywhere, and the clock would have kept running.
So now 3rd down and 10 at the 12. 3 receivers, bunch left. Gibbs in motion out of the backfield. Swing to Gibbs on the left side. Blockers in front. Gibbs out of bounds.
Great hustle.
At the 10-yard line. Really good job to chase him down and cut off that angle. That was Quan Martin who makes a real nice play. Now on 4th down, Jake Bates will come out and kick the field goal. You need a field goal and 2 touchdowns to tie. Get the field goal here if you can with the clock running, 5:20 and counting.
Yeah, and the analytics would say, 4th and 8, the odds are less of converting that than they are of the field goal and keeping yourself in the game.
Bates will line this one up from 28 on the left hash. Fox the holder. Bates is ready. About to slip under 5 to play in this one, and Bates bangs the field goal through with 5:01 to go in the fourth. And now a 45-31 Washington lead. With that field goal, Barbasol will make another donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House, a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol Shaving Cream, delivering a quality shave at an honest value for over 100 years. Washington 45, Detroit 31, 501 to the NFC Championship game. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
It's better over here. If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has an exclusive rate plan just for you. Right now, get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings versus Verizon and AT&T. Plus, you can get one of the latest 5G phones free when you add a line. That's right, a free 5G phone. Experience all this and more on America's largest 5G network. So why wait? At T-Mobile, customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Just go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 or visit your local store to make the switch.
With AutoPay using debit or bank account plus taxes and fees, 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. Free phones up to $300 off with 24 monthly bill credits and qualifying new line for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Contact us before canceling entire account to continue remaining bill credits. Bill credits end if you pay off device early. See details at T-Mobile.com.
It's football season, and now you can get anything you need for game day delivered with Uber Eats. Well, almost anything. You can't get a running back, but baby back ribs? Yes. Uber Eats, official on-demand food delivery partner of the NFL.
When I wake up
The best mornings
in the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
I pull on my jeans and I feel alright.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
We've all seen the devastation from the raging wildfires across the greater Los Angeles region. Families affected by these fires urgently need support. Help the American Red Cross respond to and help people recover from these disasters. You can donate today to support relief efforts by going to redcross.org/NFL. 45-31 Washington. In the new kickoff rules, one must declare that they are going to onside kick. That declaration has been made. Detroit will attempt the onside kick here and try to get this football back.
It's funny at NFL practices when you watch the kickers work together and they come up with all these funky different ways to kick onside kicks, and then some of them actually find their way into ball games.
See what Jake Bates comes up with here. Goes to his left, gets the bounce. It takes the high hop down the sideline. Ball loose, and it's picked up by Zach Ertz and then rolls over. The ball is Washington's football. Ertz had it as he rolled over. He had a lion on top of him. Wasn't sure if they were going to be able to pry that loose, but the veteran Zach Ertz, as it dribbled down the sideline, was able to secure it for the Commanders.
Zach Ertz made a great play. It was like a shortstop scooping up a ground ball. Clearly has possession. It could have got ripped out at the end, but it doesn't matter. He had possession. He was down, and Ertz is an athlete. He and I had an argument about 15 years ago about what a definition of an athlete really is.
Right.
And he was like, it's not all about 40-yard dash time. Like, hey, if you've got great hands, you can run rally. And I was like, dude, I'm in.
He's a Stanford guy. What are you going to do? Argue with a Stanford guy?
No, I'm going to lose that one, obviously.
First down and 10 at the 40-yard line after the Stanford guy picks up the onside kick and keeps it away from Sione Vaki. From the 40-yard line on first down, the handoff to Robinson. Not much there. Tackle by Onzarike at the 42-yard line. Lions have all 3 timeouts, but they've got to be judicious as to how they decide to use those timeouts, trailing by 2 touchdowns. Washington, of course, will be in absolutely no hurry here.
Yeah, they ought to be snapping the ball. You know, you're talking about, what is a 4-minute drill, which is what offenses are in right now. There's 4:30, and they're taking their time. They're trying to stay in bounds. They're trying to do everything they can to keep the clock running. Force the defense to either use a timeout or convert a first down, which will effectively force the defense to do that on the following series.
2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line. The give is to Robinson. Anzalone meets him and drops him at the 45, and there's a timeout.
Yep.
Dan Campbell takes timeout number 1, stopping the clock before 3rd and 5 with 4:08 to play in the 4th. Along with Mike Mayock and Laura Oakman, I'm Kevin Kugler here on Westwood One. You're listening to the NFL Divisional Playoffs, presented by Intuit TurboTax with 4:08 to go in the 4th. A 45-31 lead for Washington, and a 3rd and 5 coming up here. And Detroit certainly looking for a stop, trying to force a punt.
Yeah, and this is where number 5 is either number 1 at his best. And for a defensive player, I look at him and go, boy, it's just such a wild card. You can cover everybody for 4 seconds, and he can still stand on his head and make a play.
First rookie quarterback all time with 300 total yards passing and rushing in back-to-back postseason games. It's never happened until tonight. 3rd and 5 at the 45. And we've got a whistle, we've got a stoppage, and a Washington timeout.
Timeout. Washington, their first of the half.
I don't mind that at all for Washington. Don't like a look, get them out of it.
The copyright of tonight's broadcast of the NFL playoffs on Westwood One is owned by the NFL on behalf of its member clubs. All rights to this broadcast are reserved, and any rebroadcast, recording, retransmission, or any other use of this broadcast without the express written permission of the National Football League is strictly prohibited. If Detroit's going to have any chance, Mike Mayock, they've got to get a stop here.
Yeah, and I think this is going to be a more conventional 3rd down. If they don't make it, I think they have to punt. Now, if it's 4th and 1, all bets are off.
Exactly. 4th and 2, maybe all bets are off.
Yeah.
With Dan Quinn.
You're right.
3rd down and 5 right now. John Bates, the tight end, in motion to the left side. Play action. Daniels to throw to the right side. It's open, and it's Bates. The motion tight end leaps up and makes the grab at the 35-yard line of Detroit, a first down. 20-yard pass, Mike Mayock, on 3rd and 5.
I literally take my hat off and I bow to Dan Quinn and Cliff Kingsbury for that call. Heavy play action. John Bates, he's their blocking tight end. He gets on top of Anzalone, who's filling the run, runs a little bit of a corner route, and the rookie quarterback just laughs and said, this is too easy. I'll drop it right in the hole, and first down.
Another example of that Dan Quinn mentality that Laura talked about at the start of the broadcast. First down and 10 at the 35, and a handoff to McNichols over the left side, and he's down to the 32. Timeout used by Detroit as we check in downstairs with Laura Oakman once more.
I want to circle back to that because I think that was one of my favorite conversations this week I had with Dan Quinn, understanding he wasn't this guy in Atlanta. He really took some time off and worked on himself as a coach, as a person. The biggest thing he said was Dallas is where he really kind of took a breath, got more aggressive, and said, be you, because if I am myself, I can live whatever the outcome is. And he said, I've never been more comfortable than I am right now. And we see that in every way with this team.
He's comfortable. His team is comfortable. I don't think that's a coincidence. 2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line. 2 receivers to the right of the line. Robinson will shift to the left of Daniels. Daniels will pull it out of the belly of Robinson, and then Daniels lunging forward to the 31. It's a 1-yard gain, and the final timeout used by Detroit with 3:12 to go in the 4th. And Mike Mayock, I look around this stadium right now, and sections are emptying out, flooding to the exits at Ford Field. There have been a lot of disappointing moments in Detroit sports history, Detroit Lions history.
Yep.
I have to imagine this one is going to rank right up there with some of the most disappointing, maybe the most disappointing, considering what the expectation was going into this season.
Go back a year, right? And they've got San Francisco 24-7 at halftime in the NFC Championship game, and then they go 15-2, and they're like, okay, this is the year.
3rd and 6 at the Lions 31. Handoff Robinson. Robinson going to end up short of the first down at the 27. The clock will run under 3 minutes, and it's 4th down and 1.
Is he going to kick?
I'm looking to the sideline.
I am too.
All I see is a lineman, and now I see a kicker.
There
Here comes Zane Gonzalez. Does it give you a little warm feeling like one of the old analytics things is still being used?
You got to get up 17. That makes it a 3-score game. I was about to lose my mind. Happy I found that word at the last second.
Yeah, exactly. If Laura can censor Dan Quinn at the start of the broadcast, Mike Mayock can censor Mike Mayock at the end of the broadcast. Timeout called by Washington. 2:31 to play in the 4th, and Zane Gonzalez, who doinked in the game winner last week against Tampa Bay, trying to put the cherry on top of this one. Tune in to watch all the excitement of the NFC Championship game next Sunday on Fox. One of these two teams will take on either the Eagles or Rams. Of course, you can also hear that game right here on many of these same stations on the NFL app or online at westwood1sports.com. And if it holds what's happening here, it could be in Philadelphia. It could be in Los Angeles, and depending on the situation with the fires in Los Angeles, it could be back in Arizona again.
Yeah, exactly. Before this thing gets too far, I just want to echo how much appreciation I have for both these teams and what they've done and how they've done it. I think they're two of the best stories in the NFL. I love the way they've gone about it.
44-yard try for Zane Gonzalez. Good snap, good hold. Gonzalez's kick is wide left.
Missed it.
He missed it wide left. It is no good. And a glimmer, a flicker of hope for Detroit, as it stays a 14-point game, no timeouts, 2:26 to play. The only stoppage will be the 2-minute warning.
What I'm interested to see, and Dan Quinn's a defensive coach, he and Joe Witt, how aggressive will or won't they be here? Are they going to, and obviously there are no timeouts left for Detroit. The easiest way to give up a touchdown is to play loose and let them roll it down the field in a minute and a half and onside kick again. Or is Dan Quinn going to do what Laura's talked about all night, put his cap on backwards and be aggressive on defense, even up 14?
First down and 10 at the 34. They rush 3. Pressure comes. Goff's in trouble, and he's sacked anyway. Dorrance Armstrong, who had 10.5 sacks in the regular season, with just 3 men rushing and a 4th laying back, get to Goff and drop him for a loss of 11. Lions will line up to try to get one more play before the 2-minute warning. Shotgun snap to Goff. Goff will look, throws over the middle. Laporta with a catch at the 30-yard line, and he's twisted like a corkscrew down to the 34. We have reached the 2-minute warning with 1:57 to play in the fourth, and our score, Washington 45, Detroit 31. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
This new year, get started on your next success with University of Maryland Global Campus. Apply by February 12th and get your application fee waived. An accredited state university, UMGC offers online and hybrid classes, along with more than 135 degrees and certificates in in-demand fields like business, cybersecurity, healthcare, and more. Gain the skills and credentials you need to achieve your career goals. Get your application fee waived through February 12th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Every Westwood One NFL broadcast from now until Super Bowl 59 is being streamed for free. You can listen to our coverage of every playoff game via the NFL's official app on westwood1sports.com or by asking your Alexa-enabled device to open Westwood One Sports. Third down and 10. At the 34-yard line for Detroit, 1:57 remaining in the fourth quarter.
Obviously, 4-down territory up and down the field. Washington looks like they're going to rush 4 in case unless somebody drops out.
And on 3rd and 10, 3 receivers bunched right, shotgun snap Goff. Sits in a clean pocket, throws over the middle. It's Gibbs who makes the catch at the 40-yard line, and Gibbs pushes the pile forward, close to the first down at the 44. Chin and Wagner stand him up. It's a first down at the 44-yard line. Clock running 1:38 and counting. Lions down 45-31. We've got a whistle. We've got a stoppage.
The previous play is under further review.
So they're going to review the spot to see if he got the first down.
Is that a review, or did Dan throw the flag?
No, you can't. It's under 2 minutes.
It's 2 minutes, that's right. I'm sorry.
Nope, it's got to be booth initiated, which it is, and they're checking the spot.
Jahmyr Gibbs caught a short pass over the middle and tried to split 2 defenders with his pad level low to get the first down. And they're going to have to look real closely because he was very, very close to getting that, and he might have.
This Close Shave Instant Replay review is sponsored by Barbasol Shaving Cream. Barbasol delivers a thick lather and close, comfortable shave for half the price of gels. Why pay more for a great shave? Choose Barbasol. So with 1:36 to go, they'll not only check to see if he got the spot, but they're also going to check and see if he didn't get the spot. There's going to be a running clock situation here.
And they're moving
it back, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Correct.
So they're going to do a 10-second runoff, I would guess, along with this, because the clock would not have stopped.
Correct. And they don't have a timeout that they can use to negate the 10 seconds.
Correct. So 45 points on the board tonight, the most in any road playoff game in Washington playoff history. And they do it against a Detroit team that had been bludgeoning teams offensively all year long.
Yep.
Ron Torbert, assuming his voice holds.
After further review, the runner was down short of the line to gain. It will be Detroit's ball, fourth down, just short of the line to gain. Please set the game clock to 1 minute 51 seconds. Because of the reversal in the last 2 minutes, we will run 10 seconds off the game clock and the play clock. Reset the game clock to 1:41. It will start on my signal. Play clock at 30.
Ron sounded better. Somebody gave him a lozenge during the last timeout.
Detroit's got to get up on the line because he's going to start the game on his whistle. Detroit's got to get up on the ball. They're in the huddle right now.
Here they break. You'll hear the whistle. Assuming the P in the whistle works. There it is. 4th and 1. Goff to the air. Goff going to scramble on a beeline out of bounds, and Goff out of bounds at midfield keeps the flickering hopes alive for the Lions down 45-31. It's 1st and 10 at midfield. Pickup of 6 on 4th and 1.
It really is the kind of drive that Washington would favor right now. They're just squeezing the juice right out of them. No big plays. Don't let them down the field. Tackle. Try to keep them in bounds.
1st down and 10 at midfield. 2 receivers to either side. Shotgun snap to Goff. Backpedals, steps to his left, throws over the middle. Catch made by Laporta. Breaks 1 tackle, and Laporta with a 1st down to the 39, but the clock continuing to tick. 1:20 and counting. Lions line it up at the Washington 39. Jamison Williams has to hustle back and get onside. He finally does, and they spike the football with 1:13 to go, but Williams took a little extra time to get back there.
I'm not taking any shots at him. I don't know if people understand how difficult it is to run route after route after route without a huddle.
No doubt.
And you're sprinting a 30-yard route down the field, then you got to turn around and get back to the line of scrimmage so you can snap the next one with no timeouts. And I'll tell you what, Washington's doing a great job of forcing the ball into the middle of the field and then tackling.
1:13 to go, 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Detroit's going to have to take a shot pretty soon, regardless of the coverage.
Goff in the pocket, throws over the middle. Catch made by Khalif Raymond. He slides down near the 30-yard line. That's a 9-yard pickup. 3rd down and 1 coming up for the Lions. And here comes Jamison Williams trying to get back to the line. 57, 56, 55. 3rd and 1 as they get the snap to Goff, who will throw. Right side dropped. Amon-Ra St. Brown dropped it, diving down at the 25-yard line, and it's 4th and 1 with 51 seconds to go, and the Lions down by 14.
Everything cradled back into the middle of the field, and then rally and tackle with the football. Goff is, maybe not on this play, but Goff's got to start. He's got to push the ball down the field. They scored twice, 2 touchdowns.
On 4th and 1, Goff to throw, right side, catch made. Amon-Ra St. Brown across the 20, down inbounds at the 18-yard line. Igbenogany on the tackle. 1st down and 10, 40 seconds to go. Goff will clock the football and spike it with 39 seconds to go in the ball game. 2nd and 10 at the Washington 17.
So much credit to this Washington team.
St. Brown is exhausted.
The whole wide receiver group is.
8 catches, 137 yards. He has his hands on his knees until they break the huddle. Now he splits out slot left. 2 receivers that side of the line. Single receiver plus the tight end to the right. 2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line. Motion out of the backfield. Goff to throw. Pocket collapsing. Goff dancing around. Breaks away. Goff throws on the run at the feet of Jamison Williams and incomplete. Goff just trying to do something with that pocket squeezing on him, and he throws it incomplete. 3rd down and 10 with 32 seconds left in this one.
Goff's pocket mechanics are really good typically, but when you start talking about scrambling and extending plays, he's not one of those mobile quarterbacks. He can step up and through, but in this play, he's going to his left. He had a chance to make a play there, and he couldn't put it on him, and that's the 3rd or 4th time today on the move with people trying to hit him. He couldn't put it on a receiver.
3rd down and 10 at the 17. Goff will throw over the middle, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin will slide down at the 8 and slide into the NFC Championship game with the Commanders. 25 seconds remain. The 3rd interception thrown by Goff, the 4th thrown by the Lions today, and the Washington Commanders are going to the NFC Championship. 25 seconds remain, and the biggest stunner of the postseason about to conclude in Detroit.
Washington +5 turnover differential. You don't lose many games when you're +5, and they took advantage of it. They scored points off the turnovers. I give Dan Quinn and Adam Peters and that whole organization an amazing amount of credit, Kev, for turning this thing around so quickly.
Jaden Daniels will take a knee. The final seconds tick off. And for the first time since the 1991 season, the NFC Championship game will feature Washington. The Commanders were in command from start to finish in a 45-31 win, upsetting the #1 seed in the NFC, the Detroit Lions. On they go to the NFC title game. And in a postseason, Mike Mayock, that has gone with very few surprises, the Commanders continue to provide the only surprises, this the biggest of all.
Upset Tampa in Tampa a week ago. Come out here today when everybody wrote them off. Get 5 turnovers from Jared Goff, a guy who legitimately is in the MVP conversation in the National Football League. Their own quarterback, Jaden Daniels, 22 for 31 for 299, and again, turnover free 2 weeks in a row in the playoffs. A rookie quarterback has never played in the Super Bowl. Dan Marino almost got there, but a rookie quarterback has never, ever played in the Super Bowl. And guess what? We got a shot.
7 wins in a row for Washington. One more win, and that rookie quarterback will be on center stage in the Super Bowl. And oh, by the way, the LSU product would be going back to Louisiana to play for the Crown. Once again, let's go downstairs to Laura Oakman.
I'm with Terry McLaurin right now. If we had an EKG machine out here and we could take an x-ray of your heart right now, going to your first NFC Championship game, how full would your heart be?
It would be extremely full. If you took an x-ray, it would say a W in there, because it feels so good just to be a part of this team and to come in here in a very hostile environment. They're a really good team, but we knew if we gave them a 4-quarter battle, we could hang with anybody, and that's what we did.
Everybody on this team is so excited, Terry, and the word I keep hearing all week is just it's magical.
Yeah.
You have been through so much with this organization. This is not a fairy tale that just happened this year. How much more does this mean to you with everything you've gone through?
It's been amazing. I give the glory to the Lord, because everything wasn't easy, but it built me for everything that's happening in my life today, and I wouldn't trade it. I'm just so happy to be a part of an organization and a team that believes in me, and we believe in one another. And ever since DQ got here in the spring, we believed in one mission. First of all, being as close as we can, and secondly, be some BMF. So I think that showed up tonight.
Thanks for not saying it. Thank you for just using the initials. You now have your 11th quarterback. Boy, have you earned Jaden Daniels. What has he meant to you on the field and off, Terry?
Jaden is an unbelievable person, first of all. He's a man of God, and he's so poised. Since he got in here, he's just been so humble and put his head down and work. And he has a charismatic personality that I feel like is infectious on our whole team. And, him and I have connected a lot this season, so I'm excited to continue to grow with him, and we're not done yet.
You are not. Final question, Rams or Eagles, does it matter to you at all?
It does not matter, honestly. We know those are two great teams. They're going to slug it out tomorrow, and whoever we play will be ready.
Congratulations. You're going to the NFC Championship game.
I love the sound of that. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations.
I appreciate it.
You guys, I wish you guys could see the smile on Terry's face right now. Back to you guys. But, boy, it has been so much fun down here watching everybody run around and hugging each other. And I don't know if it's going to hit them really until they get into the locker room. But to go from literally the team that no one expected anything from this season to the NFC Championship game, it's a pretty incredible story.
It's a remarkable story. And for Terry McLaurin, the road, he undersells, Mike Mayock, the journey that he's been on. I mentioned it earlier. Jaden Daniels at the start of the season was the 11th starting quarterback in his career. This is just year 6. So he had 10 different starting quarterbacks in his first 5 years in the league. He was still one of the most productive receivers in the National Football League. He's one of the most productive receivers in the history of Washington football. But now he's paired with number 5. The beginning of a beautiful friendship, and it will continue in the NFC Championship game.
5 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons. Kevin, when my first year with the Raiders, we went and coached at the Senior Bowl, and Terry McLaurin was one of the players in that game. And I walked away from their game going, he's faster than I thought he was. I knew he was tough. Ohio State didn't throw him the ball that much because they had so many good wideouts. And he was one of the most impressive young men I had ever been around, and that's why I'm so happy for him.
He is something to behold, as is this Washington team. They win at 45-31, shocking the Lions in Detroit. When we return, Scott Graham rejoins us from our Progressive Insurance studios with a post-game report. Save on commercial auto insurance from Progressive. Get a fast quote at Progressive.com. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs. Westwood 1.
Jake from State Farm. I'm winning. I finally cleaned my house, so I'm breaking out my new tropical room spray.
Keep winning and create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. It's like your own personal paradise.
Ooh, hey, grab me a coconut water.
Bundling, just another way to save with a personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
What's better than one win? 3 wins. With Straight Savings, you keep your own phone, get one line for only $25 a month with real unlimited data, and get rewarded with a $200 phone credit after 12 months. It's a win-win-win. Head to Walmart or visit straighttalk.com today. Switch to Straight Talk. Less dollars, more sense. Straight Savings Plan enrollment requires compatible unlocked device and new line of service. Bonus device credit requires 12 months of active service. Offer ends if eligibility requirements are no longer met. Taxes and fees apply. For network management practices, see Straight Talk's terms and conditions.
The rosters are in for the 2025 NFL Pro Bowl games presented by Verizon. Be there live to celebrate the NFL's biggest stars as they compete in an action-packed AFC versus NFC showdown, featuring flag football and skills competitions at Camping World Stadium on February 2nd. Don't miss NFL legends, celebrity coaches, and unforgettable fan moments. The Pro Bowl games presented by Verizon, Sunday, February 2nd. Tickets are on sale at probowl.com/tickets. Get yours today.
Scott Graham from our Westwood 1 studios following game number 2 of our divisional round doubleheader. A game in Detroit tonight that people are going to remember for a long, long time. The number 1 seed, Detroit Lions, who were in the championship game and had a big lead at halftime over the Niners last year, winning 15 games this year, going up against the upstart team, the Washington Commanders.